Welcome, dirty peasants, to episode 23 of the Wartwood Gazette podcast. This week we'll be covering the LightBox Expo Amphibia Q&A panel, as well as the Season 3 trailer that we got at the end. I'm your host, Thembaticon, and joining me today we have Pixels.
Hello.
Nick.
What's up?
And Lemur.
Hello!
So we had a lot of... So the Q&A basically gave us a little bit more insight on the process of making Amphibia, or cartoons in general, but specifically the show itself. I took down a bunch of notes. So the panel... Hold on, let me pull up the names of the panelists. So we had Matt on it. We had director Roxanne Cole. We also had Joe Johnson, who's also a director on the show, and associate producer Jessica Chandra. So some of the notes I have. So Matt came into he got into animation from at his high school. A representative from Pixar came, and that's where he got interested. So Joe Johnson and Matt actually, they were roommates in college, and they met in high school from some kind of summer camp program that was specifically for artists. They showed off the animatic for the Marcy Theme song "Takeover." We'll talk about that later. So one of the questions from the Q&A was about balancing the tone of the serious and the comedic tone of season 2 as the show progressed, and Johnson mentioned that the tone is just evolving. Favorite episode to direct. So Johnson mentioned Bessie and Michelangelo. I don't have the other directors' favorites written down. Do you guys remember those?
They're all season 3. That's why they're being
vague. Except for Joe Johnson. He said Bessie and Michelangelo, but the rest are just season 3.
Okay. That's probably why I didn't write down. So Matt mentioned that I have what Matt said about this. So Matt mentioned that a running theme for season 3 was I guess to sum up everything, it was about loss, and it's which is really which makes me concerned. But
it really does. It really does.
And then how he wanted the show to still cover the full spectrum of emotions in life, and this was the question was a little bit about true colors, and the question specifically talked about what happened to Marcy and the events of that. And Matt mentioned that being in a more managerial role was about finding the best in others to run the show. Another question was how do you balance action and comedy? And then usually it's down to the script, and then depending on the board artist, sometimes depending on some scenes they'll try and get a certain board artist that's good at doing either comedy or action to do something that's suited for them, but other times they'd want other board artists to get a chance at working on different types of scenes. Because of COVID, it was really hard for the crew to get inspiration, because usually they looking at each other's works and looking at other people's servers where their, I guess, all their drafts are stored. Matt mentioned that he doesn't have hobbies other than video games. So Chandra gave a good rundown of the process they had, where it took 4 weeks for an 11-minute episode, it takes 4 weeks to board, 2 weeks for black and white, I guess, outlines, another 2 weeks for colors, 2 weeks for editing, and then writing would happen in the beginning, which is between 5 to 6 weeks, and then animating, like the animation process is usually 18 weeks. This is per 11-minute episode, and of course this is often like over all these production. The production is usually like overlapped, so like if the writers might be working on an episode, but like the colors or editing might be in a later stage for another episode. I guess I think before I like continue on with this, does anyone want to talk about how Matt mentioned that? I know when Matt mentioned that the season is a lot about like loss is a theme of season 3. I know someone in the Discord server like brought up how like basically at the end of True Colors, like everyone, not True Colors, but like at this point each of the characters have basically lost something. And that was really interesting insight.
Yeah, it was like it was just because it's just one of those points that I feel like just hits you like a bomb. Like you just it's something that's always been there, but you don't realize it until someone just like just points it out for you. But like even like the fact that it even extends to Andrias, that's what's mind blowing to me. The fact that like even like the big villain of True Colors, you can still find some sort of way to connect him for the other characters. There's the fact that he's experienced loss in his life too, and like yeah, he's I mean, because I think like what this show also does of loss is just show you. I feel like it shows like I suppose like the good and the bad on it. Whether or not it can make or break a person. I feel like for Andrias, it broke him. I mean, I guess I don't want to say like broke Marcy. I just feel like yeah, we really do get to see how loss can either just improve you or just end up like making things worse for you. Because I guess just based on how you react to it. I mean, there's just like a lot I want to say about it, but like. Yeah, I just love the fact that it is a very consistent thing in the show, and it's always just been there, just waiting for someone to point it out. And I'm glad that Matt did it.
Yeah. And another question was about like what's an underappreciated role on the crew, and then so Roxanne Cole mentioned that production was like underappreciated. Johnson mentioned the production team again. Same thing with Chandra, and then Matt shook things up, and he mentioned the revisionists, which are the people who like make like the last minute touches before it gets sent out to get animated, before it gets sent to South Korea. And then he also mentions the checkers, which once everything's gone through the process, they see basically they're considered continuity editors sometimes if they're credited, but it's mostly continuity for like the episode itself, like maybe an object or a certain event is not where it should be, like a little bit minor, like very like not I shouldn't say minor details. Like I think Matt used like rain as an example, where it's raining one scene, stops raining, or maybe something was animated that's not like if it like I think another example he mentioned was that a toad warrior is holding like a basket, and that might have been something that wasn't conveyed when it was sent abroad. We had another question about balancing comedy and story. At the end of the day, Matt mentioned that the show is episodic with continuity underneath. Uh, he talked about Steven Universe as a example, like as like a form of inspiration for him when he was like producing the show. When he mentioned that Amphibia as a show, like the type of show Amphibia is, like he wouldn't really want to do this kind of show again, which was interesting and probably understandable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't imagine how tough it is. Just trying to make a story-based show while also trying to make it possible for a new fan just to hop in at any episode, especially with season 3 right now. Like, I can't imagine how stressful that could be, especially when they only have 5 to 6. Yeah, especially when they only have like 5 to 6 weeks per episode, right, to figure all this stuff out.
Yeah, like I kind of feel sad that Matt doesn't want to do this type of stuff again, like this type of storytelling. But I understand, like but balancing episodic nature of the series with its long form story isn't very hard. Like I know I haven't tried it, but like from the sounds of it, it's really difficult to do. But like the fact that Amphibia, as it is, has done a pretty solid job at doing it says a lot about the quality of work and how talented the people are behind the show.
Yeah, for sure.
Amen
It's
to that.
weird that Matt said it was episodic. I feel like Amphibia is a bit more serialized.
Serialized, yeah, like elements.
Yeah, like it's very structured. Yes, it could be episodic at some points, but I feel like the tone of the show is very I wouldn't say dark, but I would say deep. But he did I like how you use a comparison to Steven Universe. Yes, both episodic and serialized. I'm glad that he got influenced by that, inspired. It's also that Matt said that they're not good with time management, and that's a very serious thing when it comes to animation. It is going to be deadlines.
I think he mentioned that was more on like the artist side, I think, and like that's
Yeah,
what.
yeah.
Yeah, the artists, they're very bad at time management, which is why they praised the production team as well for keeping them in check.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't imagine like what would it be like trying to make an animated series just relying on the animators to get it done. Probably waiting a long time about a production team managing all that. But I just love the fact they have that sense of community between each other. You know, there's no like stories of someone being arrogant or just being foolish, not wanting to work with other people. No, they feel like a really connected family that works together and produces an amazing product. Like I love to hear about that.
Yeah, one thing. Yeah, sorry for interrupting you, but like one of the things that that stood out to me in this panel, and like I know a lot of, and like, I know other people have noticed this too, is that they're very happy with the body of work they have they have done for the show. Like they're very proud of it. Yeah.
I mean, I'd hope so. Yeah.
It's not like it's manufactured or like they're faking it. It's like they're genuinely proud of what they have done in the show. Like, and it exudes in this panel.
Yeah, especially the part where I think where Jessica said like capturing Matt's vision. It's difficult, but like it's also rewarding when they actually manage to do it. And like, yeah, that was just pretty nice. Like, it really does seem like there are a group of people who actually manage to come together and just get stuff done. No, not just get stuff done, but just excel at getting stuff done. Like, they really come together.
Yeah, it's good to hear because I know Matt himself has mentioned that he's like hard to, like he's very particular about.
Yeah.
Certain
He's
stuff.
kind of a perfectionist. Yeah, perfectionist.
And I think one of the questions was like, what kind of story do you want to tell? And there's a little bit of confusion about whether that was related to Amphibia or outside Amphibia. But like Matt mentioned that something that he would be interested in telling but probably wouldn't be like marketable was like a story about being at the hospital or something, which was really, that was just like interesting thought.
Yeah, it was pretty because like, yeah. I was just talking like oh yeah, keep going. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Nick.
I was just gonna say like what if he sort of puts that out? What if he sort of like moves those elements? I'm just wondering, because like, what if he sort of has that in Amphibia with like Marcy? Like that was just my thought. Like maybe because she's gonna be like the two for a while. She's just thinking like, hey, like what if he has some of those story elements for that? But like beyond that, I'm not sure. But if he ever did make a story like that, I totally would check it out.
It's gonna be a Spark short.
I would still love it.
Yeah, that reminds me of like Soul, where like the main character was at. I don't know if I should talk. Never mind. I shouldn't talk about that movie. Spoilers, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean,
understandable.
it's almost been a year though. It's almost been a
I
year.
know. That's why like my brain is like keeps like conflicted. Oh well. Just yeah, like hospital scenes, I guess, and
Yeah.
how they affect the
Yeah.
character. Uh, Chandra mentioned like a story that she would want to tell Mrs. Boonshoy coming to America. I don't know. That was interesting. That was interesting.
That was pretty neat.
Did Cole or Johnson mention anything? I don't have those notes written down.
No. Well, because I know I wrote down the question. I don't know if I.
I don't think they answered that
Yeah,
question.
I don't think
It's
so.
just
Yeah, I don't
the
think
two
they
of
did.
them.
Yeah, I think it was just Matt and
Okay.
Jessica.
Okay. And there was also a discussion about pitching, but I know Matt's gone into depth in other interviews about like the pitching process and getting a Bible, like a show Bible. And some people like doing pitching, like pitching, and other people are like a little bit more like nervous about it.
It did.
Roxanne, for example.
Yeah, she's not because she has to act out the characters, right? Their voice lines and stuff.
Yeah,
They
I have
can't
that written down. Like I think it's called Scratch, and then it's basically
Yeah.
there's no voice actors, so then the crew have to voice act the characters themselves.
Yeah, I can't imagine how embarrassing it must be especially during the embarrassing scenes. Like, oh no, not embarrassing, but the emotional scenes. Like how are they going to handle? Like, I don't know if I'd be able to do that myself. Like, so I can completely understand where she's coming from with that.
Yeah, in my notes I have like my final point is one more clip and then exclamation mark, which we'll get into that later. But I guess from the Q&A, was there anything else you guys want to like? Is there anything else that you guys remember that I didn't
I do.
mention here?
I have.
Okay.
It's the fact that Matt Browley actually justified having the girls be 13-year-old girls because she said
Oh, yeah.
they said because he said that because of the show there is a reason why the girls are 13-year-olds and like it all correlates to the main theme of the show, which is change. And he pointed out that 13-year-old being a 13-year-old is a very pivotal point in your life where a lot of changes happen, not just physically but also socially and everywhere around you. That's where friendships will change. And like the fact that they actually give an explanation as to why the girls are 13 in the first place makes me very happy.
Yeah, it finally puts to rest that those common complaints. People are like, wait, they're written to be 15, 16, 17, or whatever. Now there's an actual reason for why they are 13. I think I just like the idea, like the fact. I think it was Joe. I keep saying Joe. No, I think it was like Johnson. Yeah, right. Is that
Joe Johnston.
Joe Johnson? Yeah, it was Joe Johnson.
I just say the last names just to be
Yeah.
like normal.
Yeah.
Except for Matt.
It was. I think it was Johnson who brought it up. Who said that? Yeah, at 13, like when you're 13, that's like a very tumultuous age where like it's all about change, right? Like big things are happening to you, and like I like the fact that he piggybacked off what Matt said about loss. Like it's those two things. They really are a big part of Amphibia, and just how things are changing for each of the girls. Some people are losing things. Some people are at risk of losing things. Some people are fearful of losing things. Like it all comes together perfectly right there.
Yeah, and I don't want to say any predictions, but I feel like there's something that's not going to last by the end of the show, and I think you guys know exactly what I'm talking about here.
Yeah.
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 Like it sucks, but I feel like there's no way that they're saying these stuff and not do it. You know?
Yeah, because it's just because I think the show's also showed like what happens if you sort of like don't embrace change or like the potential loss in your life, right? Like let's just say I think the idea of loss in the show it does still sort of go into change. So I feel like I'm just gonna start using change instead of just saying both. But like just the idea of like not embracing change in your life. I mean, wait, hold on, wasn't there this one episode? What was it called? Like the one of Sal and Hop Pop. Didn't Sal literally say you should embrace change so you can
Little
have like
Frog
a say in
Town,
the
yes.
future? Yeah, Little Frog.
Yes.
Hey, imagine that episode perfectly representing what the show is trying to tell us. Like embrace change so you can have a say in the future. Like so, I'm just thinking like the show it has shown us what happens to characters when they don't try and embrace the change that's going to happen in their lives. When they try to reject or run away from it, but we see like just how negative an effect it can have in their lives. I mean, I can bring up any example I want to right now, but I mean, you guys are in now.
Yeah, you get stabbed. That's what happens.
Yeah.
Ish.
I mean, I could even say Hop Hop too. Like, I could say like
You could say every character.
I can literally say.
And you can say every character too. Yeah. I'm just saying the most obvious one at this point.
Yeah, that's yeah. It really is the clearest one right now.
But I guess we can go into. I guess was there anything else I missed from the Q&A, or can I go into the takeover?
None of that thing to think of.
Let me just look over mine. Okay, yeah. I guess I'm out of it. Yeah, I guess we.
Yeah,
did
I think we covered everything that is like important and like.
Yeah.
But honestly, like overall, this Q&A is very like enjoyable. Personally,
Yeah,
like,
it really was.
I learned a lot. I learned a lot about not just the show, but also the process of making a animated show in general, which is the point of this Q&A to begin with.
Yeah. Plus, I feel like I just love the sense of like just there's like that little tight group there, you know, like they all know each other. They're all used to working with each other. It was pretty nice.
Yeah, it was nice. And I guess we can go into the theme song takeover. So, like I said earlier, and you've probably seen it by now, there was an animatic. Like they released an animatic of the theme song takeover, and so it basically starts off with Hop Hop and Polly like leaving the house, and it's like they're reenacting. It's like they reenact the intro every time, apparently.
That's pretty
But
funny.
then they see. Yeah, and then they see the theme song take over letters, and then Marcy pops up. And, like, she does her takeover. She's in Utopia. She falls. So the first day, she somehow, like, teleports to, like, the top. Like, she teleports near, I guess, along the castle wall. And then she falls down a flight of stairs. And then, like, she's in the hospital, and then Olivia's with her. She gets her. We get to see. I forgot his name.
Bernardo. Yeah.
Like, who helped design her outfit.
Ranger outfit, which is, by the way, the boards in this takeover are freaking adorable. I love.
Yeah,
them.
they're amazing.
Yeah.
No, especially the cute faces Marcy makes.
Yeah, Danny Ducker. Huge shout out to them. They're very good at this.
So we get like a bunch of scenes of some of Marcy's adventures. Like, she fought a giant like cobra. She was on a warship with Yunan, like doing pirate things, and playing Flipboard, testing the Newt brain with Olivia.
She became Andrias's loyal advisor.
Yeah, and then like we see, and then they play like some kind of like Dungeons and Dragons.
Creatures and Caverns.
Yeah,
yes.
Creatures and Caverns with like the triple
B and a random axolotl guard. I feel like it's an axolotl. Yeah, it is an axolotl.
And then like we pretty much we get something similar to the ending of this intro is similar to like the main intro where like we get like the cast shot.
Yeah.
And then like the newts surround the screen. It was really nice.
Yeah.
Andrias is
And-
winking.
Yeah, Andrias is winking. Marcy says she hopes that nothing bad happens to her. Like,
they knew.
Oh,
They
man.
knew.
They
They
knew,
just
they
knew.
knew.
What
They
you're
knew.
doing.
They knew.
Oh, we also get the scene of like Andrias showing the monument
The gold
that was built
gold
in
statue.
that was built in Marcy's honor, and she basically like it just ends with her flying off back to Newtopia, and then Pop Up and Polly get chased by an alligator, and
It was a saying that Hop Pop said first, like, see you later, alligator. And Paul
yeah,
was
which she learned from Anne.
like, oh no, alligator, where? And then Hop Pop's like, oh, that's just a metaphor that humans say. And then randomly, alligator pops up, and they start running. I laughed so long. That was a pretty funny one. Pretty funny joke.
Yeah, and overall, this theme song takeover, like, I know we don't have like the final version, but
Yeah, because
this
we saw
this
the
felt a
rough cut.
lot more. Yeah, this felt a lot more substantial
Yes.
than the Sasha takeover, which is no offense to that. That was still all right, but like this one, like I feel like actually no, I should retract my statement, like, because I know the Sasha takeover gave us insight on what Sasha was doing
Mhm.
during the events of season 1, and like and Marcy's theme song takeover basically does the same thing, but I guess because Marcy's we've already seen Utopia, and then like we get a little bit more about what. Actually, no. Like I think I'm so hesitant to like talk about this. I guess because Marcy feels like it incorporated some more elements of the show that we got to see, and also because we never got to see Marcy in season 1. I guess maybe that's why I'm enjoying this one a lot more.
Yeah,
It's also
we get to
just
see
very
like
charming.
yeah, it is. But I mean, nah, I'm not gonna diss Austin's team, so I'll take it over. But I will say that I do like the fact that we get to see like some of the friendships she got to form here with like Bernardo, Olivia, Yunan. Like I always wondered like what was sort of
Andrias.
Marcy's Andrias, but I always wondered like what was Marcy's relationship with like Yunan and Olivia. Like I always wanted to see like more interactions between those three, but like I'm just glad that we finally got it here. I feel like I feel like maybe like Yunan and Marcy are sort of like a ass kicking duo. Then like Olivia was more of like her motherly figure. So like I just think it was pretty
No,
nice.
it's the opposite.
I just like the fact that the theme song takeover just gave us those insights. Plus,
Also,
I really did enjoy Marcy singing here first. Like that's something I cannot.
yeah,
That's something I can't say all the time, but like I really did enjoy the singing that Marcy had here for the theme song takeover.
Yeah, and I think the ending of this takeover kind of sealed the deal for me, because the way they structured it, just like the season 1 intro, I think that really sold that really convinced me that this was a group of supporting characters that actually would be part of Marcy's main cast if she were the lead of the series. Like, I always go back. I think in the what if situation where we had a show that gave all the girls a
monumental
roughly
screen time.
if all the girls had like more screen time and were all main characters rather than Anne and the Plantars, I could see this. I could easily see this being able to carry itself if it were the bulk of the show.
Yeah, it really could work.
Also, the fact that this takeover is actually going to be an entire episode of its own is another thing that makes me like it better.
Well, we don't know if it's an entire episode. We just saw.
I know, but okay, yeah.
We'll
but
get more into that later.
Yeah, but we're gonna get to that later. But we do see some of the things from the takeover actually being on the show, so that's a plus for me.
Yeah.
This entire team's this takeover is just really like just charming. Like just really liked it.
Yeah,
It's
I
probably
feel like
like
it's the best one. I feel like it really is the best one.
yeah, it's probably my favorite one out of all of the three. Bias again, but no. Yeah, but I don't know. This is
Wait, the main intro too?
No, just no. The theme song takeovers. Not my favorite
okay.
theme song takeover. Not.
Yeah, imagine.
The old theme doesn't count. The actual theme does not count. I still think my favorite intro overall is the season 3 one. Personally.
Yeah, I
gotta agree. The group, this is the group shot at the end in the season 3 intro. Though that one's just like, oof, perfection.
Perfection.
Yeah, but I gotta agree with you though. I feel like out of the 3 theme song takeovers, like Marcy's probably my favorite one. Like, there's just like, it just gave me everything I wanted to know about her adventures in Utopia. Like what did she get up to? What relationships did she form? Like,
the story here is just really like charming, and like the lyrics, the singing from Haley to Chu, like
the small little
everything,
jokes, like
the little details too. Like it's like it's just charm at its like when you define the word charm, this is the thing that like you see in the dictionary.
Yeah, it appears there.
And I liked how like we're assuming Marcy broke her leg on the first day, and you can still see Olivia, Andrias, and Yunan sign her cast.
Yeah,
that must have been when they first met her. Like, that's so. Like, I would love the episode to really just start with that. Really, just show how Marcy met those 3. That'd actually be pretty cool.
I was kind of surprised that they didn't greeted Marcy with like guards or like a prisoner immediately. Like they gave her like medical attention because she got tripped like Andrias.
Yeah, I'm guessing because Andrias like had a general idea of what Marcy represents.
And then I know.
He sees like this kid like he sees this kid like falling down the stairs and like at the bottom just like with a broken leg.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. It's definitely a lot more hospitable than what greeted Anne or Sasha when they first got to
definitely the free healthcare. She got free health.
Utopia is just Canada.
And even like for not Matt G. Marcy at the gates. Like we knew. Like when Marcy said she was teleported inside the castle walls, we all knew like, oh, okay, she's fine. Yeah. And then like here we see it like she broke her leg on the first day, but she's fine.
Yeah, I love how she kept out that detail. Like she just kept out that detail from Anne because Anne would give her crap for it.
Yeah, and also like the architecture from when we like first I see her from the takeover. It reminds me of like old like European cities or like towns where like there's like houses like inside of the building and there's like huge stairs down like that lead them down and up. That's basically what it reminds me of.
Yeah. Wow, that's a good point. Yeah, it really does show like it really does emphasize how old of a city in Utopia it is. You know, it's how left in the past it is. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, that's why I really like the little details in this takeover are delightful.
Yeah, because we got to see Marcy. Yeah, Marcy's the one who brought like a lot of change to that. Like she sort of like revived Utopia, right? Like she brought like progress and just change to it. Like she was like the beating heart of Utopia for a while.
Yeah. She killed a crow. She killed a cobra with a catapult. So
catapult. She got to be a diplomat. She was like a diplomat.
I killed a cobra with a catapult.
Yeah, I noticed how they try to reuse whatever backgrounds they can.
Oh yeah. I was wondering about that. Yeah, we got like Olivia's chair.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah.
She fell asleep in.
Like I know this is not animated yet, and I'm very excited to see it animated. But the backgrounds with the little sketches from Danny Ducker is just oh my god, it's cute. It's cute.
Yeah, especially like the scene where she's trying out her outfit. I just like the fact that they brought back Bernarda. Like that's just such a smart idea, just to connect like just I guess the origin for her outfit, because I was wondering, like, how did she come with that? It was from Bernardo. He gave her what was it, like what she said, like an artificial rogue or something. She said artificial ranger. Yeah. So she probably just asked him for that, and then he gave that to her. It's just nice.
She became a loyal ranger, and then they fight this creepy cult. I thought we come around with a catapult.
What the hell was the cult thing?
Yeah, what the hell was that? She just drops into a bomb.
It's Val's cult, JK.
She just drops into a freaking bomb. Like, well, let me see it. Yeah, she literally just drops in out of nowhere. She's like, "All right, shut down the creep." Yeah, she swings. Oh, yeah, there was literally some random newt about to be impaled, and she jumps in. She actually swoops in and just saves them. Yeah, yeah. No, but
another dark really joke from Amphibia.
It's just really fun. This is really fun. Yeah, this really, I just keep rewatching this thing, and it just stays as my favorite themes on Takeover. I feel like they really outdid themselves with this one.
And I know people were talking about how like cheerful Andrias is in this, and it's like, imagine we got this intro before True Colors.
Probably would have made it hurt even more.
Like we see how like jolly Andrias is with Marcy, and it's like, and he like made he got a statue made for her, like, and he's letting her like run the show, and he's just like laying back in the background.
Imagine we got the solo Marcy episode about her experience in Utopia before True Colors. That probably would have made that episode even more heart wrenching.
Look, I still feel like even in a very crude way, I still feel like he still enjoyed her presence, because I mean, it's just because what he wants. I mean, she was sort of giving what he wants from Utopia, just for it to progress and be like alive again. I actually feel like a genuine, like, I actually feel like a flourishing city, and I feel like Marcy, she brought that to Utopia, right? Like, she actually improved the city with, like,
in a way.
I just feel like Andrias, like, he liked that. Like, he liked the fact that, like, there was someone trying to remodel his city for the better.
Man, I don't know this. Yeah, overall, this takeover. I don't want to go hyperbole, because I don't want to do that. But like, this is definitely one of the best theme song takeovers I've seen from the entire time they've done this. Like, I feel like this is one of my favorites, and they've done a lot. And this is definitely the best Amphibia theme song takeover by far.
That's my favorite one, just hands down.
Yeah.
So I guess now that we've covered the takeover, we can go into the other news. We got the season 3 trailer.
Rough cut.
Oh, rough draft of the season 3
draft,
trailer.
yes. Yeah. Matt emphasized that this wasn't the final version.
People on Twitter didn't realize that, and I had to correct them.
We're not talking about Twitter right now. We're talking about frogs.
But it basically it follows a similar format to the past trailers, and I think it's more in line with the season 2A trailer, where roughly half of this clip is from the previous season.
Yeah,
and like, yeah, it's a recap, and so we get the music was by Jake Newton or Neutron.
Jake Neutron with vocals by Chi-Chi, two fans of Amphibia, which is something I love too.
So they did a cover /remix of No Big Deal. It opens up. So like it opens up with the clip from the season 3 intro, and then also the sneak peek we got a few weeks ago of Anne reuniting with her parents. We get a few shots of LA, and then it cuts back to it cuts back to like Newtopia's castle in the sky. It's rainy. The Frobos are all guarding it, and then Andrias activates the box, and we see the new Frobo model getting teleported to Earth. And I guess there's a lot of talk about like it jumps onto the highway in front of the planners, and then Mr. Boonjoy like prepares to run, like he speeds up basically. Actually, wait, hold on, let me check the. Okay, he's pressing the left, right, the right. He's pressing the brake. I think I'm not. Yeah, that looks like the brake. Why am I confused about this? I drive. That's not good.
That's like basic driving school lessons. Come on,
Yeah, like that's the. Oh yeah, that's the accelerator. Okay, yeah. Oh, never mind. He's accelerating. I guess I'll just run through the trailer and then we can just start talking about it later. Like, we get a shot of Grime throwing Sasha out the window of Newtopia Castle, and then Grime jumps off and like laser fires following them. We get a shot of Yunan and Olivia like at this weird tapestry looking thing. We get another shot of Anne and Sprig in the what I assume to be the Boon Choi's restaurant's like food truck. We get a quick shot of Anne's blue powers, but not the blue hair. The parents are taking out some power tools ready to throw down. Anne's at the museum. We see Polly. Yeah, with that curator. Polly's on a Zoom chat with those mechanic girls. Anne has a journal that Sasha manages to find, and she's in the basement of the planner's house. Andrias seems to be talking to Marcy in her tube. Anne throws a punch, and some giant beam shoots into the sky on Earth. Classic hug, planner hug. Marcy in crutches, looking out at Newtopia.
With Olivia.
Yep, another shot of Yunan with Olivia preparing to fight a bunch of Frobos. Planners in disguise, seeing a giant bird fly over them while they're holding Domino 2. Not Domino 2, Domino 1. And then the blue-haired scientist girl kicking down a door. FBI agents, RuPaul, Pop-Up driving a golf cart and getting shot at. Sasha drawing her sword out in front of the Wartwood gate. Again, I'm just gonna call him Lanky Frobo, like the new Frobo model, preparing to attack Anne while the planners are frozen. Sprig is fighting Doc Ock.
Hello, Sprig.
Polly activates washing machine Frobo. Sprig releases a frog. And then we see like some sort of like Christmas shot with like a giant foot stepping on a car. Marcy, Yunan, and Olivia getting blinded by this white light. And in the Boon Choice and Hop Hop in the garage at a scrapyard.
Junkyard,
and,
yeah.
Yeah, and has like Anne's on fire. Some giant blast in the sky. And then the scene and then the trailer ends with Anne and Mrs. Boonjoy in the back seat, and Anne's asleep and it's night, and that concludes the season 3 trailer. So a lot to take in.
A lot to unpack here.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll start. I think we can start at the beginning of the new footage where we get the establishing shots of LA. So they establish like it's like they want to show off LA a bit, and then they cut back to like dark, gloomy, the dark and gloomy castle in the sky. It's raining, and you see like all those Frobos like standing guard, and it's weird how they're standing guard when there's like pretty much nothing that could touch them at that height.
Right.
And then Andrias like sends a Frobo, sends a Frobo, that new Frobo model, to Earth. It jumps out in front of the planners, and we see like it has parts, like it has like a crane arm, so it self repairs itself using parts on Earth, basically.
Which is pretty cool, to be honest.
Yeah, like, and I just want to point out that it seems that this could take place in the premiere episode, since it seems like all the Boonchoys, like the planners and the Boonchoys, are all in one car, and they don't have their disguises on, and it seems like it's the middle of the day, so maybe this is from the premiere.
It's gonna be a very jam-packed episode then, if that's the case.
Yeah.
And I should probably bring this up. Like, we got, I wouldn't call it a leak, but there was a website that like showed a bunch of episode titles and release dates.
Yeah.
Normally I wouldn't talk about this stuff, but like the cable, I think it was the cable forum, that tends to be very accurate. And even like,
Yeah.
I think for Big City, like they mentioned the Big City Green Halloween premiere, and then later the creator of Big City Greens, I think Shane. How do I say his last name?
Shane Houghton.
Yeah, he basically
Houghton.
like announced it
Confirmed it.
himself as well. So I'm assuming it's correct. But
Yes.
we got 5 episode titles. So October 2nd, we have 22-minute special, The New Normal. October 9th, we have Hop Till You Drop and Turning Point. October 16th, we have Thai Feud and Adventures in Cat Sitting. October 23rd, we have Fight at the Museum, Temple Frogs. And October 30th, we have Fixing Frobo and Exterminator. So, like I said earlier on, I have a feeling that everything we saw leading up to like Mr. Boonchoy preparing to ram this Frobo model, I have a feeling that's all from the new normal.
Yeah.
Maybe.
The way it's set out.
I'm trying to, because it's. Yeah, are you talking about like when they're trying to ram into the Frobo on the highway?
Yeah, like I'm thinking this is from the premiere.
But it's just okay. Well, what I'm noticing though is like, yeah, in that shot, like Polly and Sprig are there, but then like when we go over to the junkyard where Anne transforms, I'm just because like they're not there anymore, so I'm just thinking like maybe those are 2 separate episodes. Like I'm thinking like maybe when they ram into that Frobo or Skinny Frobo, that's Anne's Terminator. Then the new normal, that one's going to be like the junkyard scene. That's at least what I'm thinking. Because I just don't see like Polly or Sprig there with them.
Because I feel like if new normal has the junkyard scene, and then like the episode ends with Anne coming home in the car, like it seems like the new normal takes place over the span of a day, and it would make sense for Anne to like reveal her powers at the end of the first episode.
Yeah.
I think we'll contain that. I contain that. I just think the highway scene of like Mr. Boonchoy running into the Frobo, that just won't be in the new normal because because we even see him with like new parts, right? Yeah. He has
it could be like a reoccurring, like they think they defeated him and then he comes back later.
Yeah, I think he'll just come in later. Yeah.
Oh, I also want to point out that like this. Like the Frobo, he has like a buzzsaw foot. Like he has like a buzzsaw like replacing his foot, which seems impractical, but
that's different.
Yeah, it works, I guess. Oh man, I mean he just needs to get his job done, which is killing them. Like, wait, Chris, holy crap! I guess his job is to kill them. Holy, I didn't even think about that.
Well,
I didn't even think about why he would send them after them.
Actually,
Sorry.
Oh, go ahead, Pixels. No, go ahead.
I was gonna say since the Frobo bots are like kind of based off of frogs, and they do use their legs to get there faster. I guess it would make sense to have a saw on their foot. So like when they land, okay, I'm getting a little bit too gruesome, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yes.
Like, yeah, maybe. I think the only thing that's like making me feel like that Frobo scene is from the new normal is because it doesn't seem like it's daytime or like sunset. But you make a good point, Nick. It makes sense that he could come back later.
Yeah, because I just think like, yo, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, it's just like the poster too. Like it shows him in the. I just feel like he's. I just feel like if season 3A does have sort of, Christ, it's gonna also have the government coming after them. So I feel like, yeah, if there is, let's just say, I feel like even so, the government's clearly probably gonna be a threat. I feel like they're gonna be like sort of a goofy threat that we're not supposed to take fully serious. I feel like, but for the Frobo, yeah, I do feel like that one's gonna be a reoccurring villain here. Like he's definitely gonna show up in more than one episode at least. Like right now, we know they're at least going to be here for at least 2 segments right now. 2 segments, the new normal at least, and well, we don't completely know for Exterminator, but like I think we have an idea.
Yeah, and I guess we can cover. I think we can cover all the Sasha scenes in one shot. Like we had the first shot of basically Grime throwing Sasha out the window and him jumping after her, and he seems pretty like.
Yeah, he looks like he's had a good day. Like he's literally smiling as he does it. Like,
yeah,
it's like, Grime, did anything in True Colors like not traumatize you even a little? Like every other character feels messed up about it, and he's just, yeah, he looks like he's been having one hell of a day. Like, yeah, he literally jumps out of the window while smiling. Huh.
and it could be that he. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say Grime will be Grime, so he'll
right.
enjoy it basically.
Yeah, Grime. Like I think Grime mentioned that in like Prison Break that he's not afraid of death.
He's not afraid of death. Yeah, and Burroughs Warhammer too. where he was like, this will be a good way to go. Right? When he like at the risk of dying, he was like, oh, this will be a good way to die, I guess. Yeah, I guess he's just always been like that.
And keep in mind, like the castle's still like high up, so if they're jumping, he probably like knows something's gonna catch them.
Yeah, probably Joe Sparrow.
Yeah, maybe Joe Sparrow.
Yeah. Oh shoot! But I just want to point this out. Something I noticed. You know how early on in the series they basically tried their best to make Amphibia look as beautiful as possible while keeping Earth like murky, murky, dull, just gray colors, just completely boring. I feel like they're sort of like switching it up here, where like Amphibia, like it's not ugly to look at, but like just from what we've seen in the trailer, like the colors, they're darker, gloomier. Like it's just sort of like gives you this ominous feel, like while they keep Earth like vibrant and like beautiful. I feel like that's just because, well, now we know that Andrias, he's a very well established threat in Amphibia. Like things are getting just much more serious. I mean, hell, we're probably getting close to something with Frog Thuludu, so I just feel like the colors are matching up with that.
Yeah, for sure.
Even Wartwood, yeah, it doesn't even look that fun to see Wartwood anymore because it's like well, let me see the color. It's
orange.
That's like orange. Like it's just it's orange. Yeah, it's a blend of like an orange and red sky. Like it's just not the same anymore. You know, like
so I don't know what's gonna happen to Amphibia anymore. Like
it just feels
Is it gonna be okay because their king has actually essentially abandoned them?
Yeah, it like the colors are just more like they're gloomy, dark, like violent. Like they just don't look. It doesn't look as like it's not fun. Like it's not fun to be here anymore. It just looks. I mean, danger is all around at this point. But geez, like it's like they really are expressing it with the colors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we got a shot of Sasha discovering Anne's journal, and her like reading it, and then we also got a shot of Sasha like preparing to defend Wartwood from something, or she's raising her sword and like for some reason, but it doesn't seem like she's ready to fight. It's more like she's about to like declare something.
Like declaration.
She's gonna pledge like allegiance or like declaring declaring war on Andrias along with Wartwood, like promising them to make things right. Because
Yeah, maybe something like that. Yeah,
yeah,
I'm thinking like
maybe it's gonna be the start of her redemption. That's what I'm gonna say.
yeah, that's what I'm guessing that. Maybe that's the at the end of the turning point or something, or like maybe that's right after when she picks up the journal. Or I don't know. Honestly, I think either one.
I don't even like using the word redemption.
Honestly, same here, man. Like I always felt like it oversimplifies a character's character arc, honestly, because I feel like I put down. I would say there's like a lot more going on, besides a character going from bad to good. You know what I mean? Like that's why I've always felt like irky about using that word.
I feel like maybe redirection.
Redirection, yeah, like
or absolution.
Yeah,
That's
a good
one. Yeah. Absolved. She's gonna get absolved from all her sins. That's what I'm gonna say, JK. Well, not really, but like, yeah, I think this is gonna be the point.
I mean, you're not wrong. But
Yeah. No, yes, but like, I feel like this is gonna be the turning point of her character, where she's gonna actually start making things right instead of making things worse, because she finally realized the gravity of the situation that she's in and the things that she has done.
Yeah, I'm just excited to see like not only where it takes Sasha, but where it takes her relationship with Grime. Like I'm just excited to see like the sort of journey these two are going to be going on. Like I'm just really hoping that because I know Grime. Yeah, I think I'm going to say he still is a good friend, but I'm just thinking like maybe this will have him sort of open up his eyes to. I'm going to say like the negative influence he's also had in her life. I'm just hoping these two end up on like they end up on a good what's the word like. Well, I'm just hoping they're still good to each other by the end of this series, honestly.
I mean, if we're gonna take the season 3 intro by any indication, maybe.
And because they look like they are going to be. Oh man, I just can't wait until that. I just can't wait until like I guess Wartwood accepts. I feel like it's going to be like a difficult road for her, but I think we'll eventually get there. I mean, I'm thinking maybe there's probably going to be a potential attack by Bog, so I'm thinking like that's going to be a good chance, but. Besides that, we'll just have to see. I am really looking forward to the journal scene. Because I feel like anytime Sasha had to confront that maybe that she was a bad person, it always had to be in the worst case scenario. So I'm just looking forward to this. It's just going to be the cold hard. It's just going to be some truth right here. There's just going to be some cold truth that she's going to have to take in with nothing fighting it out.
Yeah, and Anne's journal is a very like interesting way to have Anne's Anne still be kind of present or like present in terms of Sasha's like development, because I think the pilot of the Amphibia's pilot had Anne writing into a journal, but we never saw that in season 1, and even in season 2 Hop asked Anne, I think season 2, like an episode after Marcy the Gates, I think it was Scavenger Hunt.
Oh, yeah. Like, do you jot down your thoughts or something?
Yeah. So maybe Anne got the idea to do it after Hop mentioned that, and then like now she she has sticky notes in it. It seems like Anne has
onto it.
Yeah, Anne had like very specific moments that she needed to like flip back to.
Yeah. I just can't wait to like just go for her thoughts. That's gonna be pretty cool. Like, just see her like self-reflection on some things.
Journal entry number 30. My friend killed me again.
Oh man.
And yeah, I think we covered the Sasha bits. Well, I'm pretty sure. Like, I shouldn't say pretty sure. So episode 2 is titled "Turning Point," which I think seems like a good place to have this kind of like return to Wartwood with Sasha and Grime, and also address maybe what's going on in Amphibia on like the ground from civilian perspective.
Yeah, I gotta make sure Wartwood. Yeah. I gotta make sure my Wartwood buddies are doing good. I need to see them doing good.
The start for that episode is probably gonna be intense.
Yeah, the fallout from True Colors.
Yeah, not necessarily the fallout, but like immediate, like what happens after Anne went to the portal and Sasha saw Marcy's limp body.
Yeah. And so moving through the trailer again, we have I guess we can cover the Olivia and Yunan scenes. They seem to have like a lot more. They have a bigger role this season, or maybe for an episode where we see them in this like weird
temple.
Yeah, and yeah, it could be from the episode Temple Frogs, where basically they uncover some kind of like circular sign or door or picture of something that resembles the creature in the basement, surrounded by a bunch of like what I assume to be hands, and it has 8 of them. Reminds me of a spider. And then later on, we see Yunan and Olivia. Like Olivia's holding on to Yunan as she like prepares to fight a bunch of Frobos. And I guess this is a good time to a little bit loaded, but I should have brought up that Andrias like had Marcy in like that tube in the throne room, except it was like kind of green glowing. And then later on we see Olivia and Yunan pulling. They managed to somehow like get Marcy out.
Yeah.
And like Marcy's in some kind of like suit. And also like nice little detail, Yunan has like that flower on the side of her head, which I think one of the board artists like had that in their own like in their own sketches, which seems to be intentional.
Yeah, probably. It probably is.
And I guess, yeah, I just really like in the intro we saw Marcy was in like a blue, clear, like canister, and then like here it's like kind of glowing green, and that kind of raises suspicion from me that maybe Andrias is like somehow tapping into the gems again and working on something.
I mean, just maybe I don't know because
like maybe it's just like artistic. Maybe it's just like a cool color effect.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's that, man. I'm hoping it's that, but I'm just thinking like, come on, Angels, aren't you done? Like, what else do you need from her? Like, I don't know. But I really did doubt Yunan and Olivia doing anything this season, if I'm being honest. Like before we got the trailer, I was just like, these two are done. They're probably gonna get like maybe a couple more episodes. Like I never imagined they probably would have like led one and actually be useful in saving Marcy. Like I did not see any of that coming. So I'm excited to see how that goes. I know people have been asking for like Marcy to have like sort of like a parental figure or like a guardian. So I'm hoping that like maybe Olivia or Yunan gives that to her.
Yeah, like the way that they had what's it called? The way they had Olivia and Yunan in season 2, they seem like, of course they're still like supporting characters or reoccurring characters, but then the moment that we like found out that they just like disappeared from the final act of True Colors, and then people like very eagle-eyed fans noticed that like the throne room doors like were closed in one scene and then open in another, and we're like, oh wait, where's Yunan and Olivia?
Yeah, I love that.
Matt just mentioned spoilers. Then I knew like something was up.
Yeah, something was happening there. Yeah, man. It's just I am interested in seeing just how this is going to go, because I think it's going to be sort of like a sleepover situation where like things are going to be moving fast, but they need to get to a destination real quick. But we're also going to be getting like those little nods to lore, like the whole like that one tapestry thing with like that one being of like multiple limbs, an eye in the center. Like I'm thinking, yeah, something. We're getting like a lot of stuff there. Like we won't get answers that episode, but we will get stuff to think about.
Yay, Olivia and Yunan, woo.
Yeah, it reminds me of the sleepover episode where that was the first time we saw Andrias and his friends, and we were all like pointing at like up there it is.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm thinking about right now. That's what like the whole tapestry scene just gives me those. It just gives me those sleepover vibes. Like we won't get answers, but damn, we'll have things to think about.
Yeah, that's Amphibia's specialty for the most part.
Pretty much. Oh my, that is true. They've been doing that since day one. Day fucking one.
Yeah, the continuity error. Yeah.
And like right now, I'm assuming most of these clips are from like the first 5 episodes of the season.
2A,
Yeah,
the first 10 episodes of season 3.
We don't know yet.
But yeah, it doesn't feel like. Yeah, it doesn't feel like these are the type of just the scenes we have. I feel like this really could just be condensed down to the first 5 episodes of season 3A. Like I don't feel like feel like the entire season.
Huh.
Here. Like the entire first half of the season. Like it just doesn't feel that way. I feel like we could just like piece these all together and just assign them to the titles we have already. Like it doesn't feel like we're getting. It doesn't feel like which is saying something. It's like holy shit because we got like a lot for this trailer. So just imagine like how hype the rest of the season will be.
Personally, I don't see the Marcy, Olivia, and Yunan scene being in any of the episodes in this in the first 5 episodes. Also, the Christmas scene too.
Oh, okay, yeah, the Christmas scene. Yeah, that's gonna be later on. Yeah, that's a little. Yeah.
Also, maybe I also kind of don't see the Sasha raising her sword for Wartwood scene in these 5 episodes because I'm thinking that the journal scene would be the ending for Turning Point. But again, that's just me. I'm not sure about anything so far.
I mean, I just feel like it's just like a possibility. I'm not saying it's 100%. Yeah, I just feel like just what we saw from it just doesn't feel like they just don't feel like too distinct from each other enough to be like a whole 10 episodes worth. Like I just feel like we're definitely not seeing like all the 10 episodes here.
Also, the Doc Ock and
Frog thing.
Yeah, that's not happening in the first 5 episodes.
Yeah, that's true. You're right. That is probably happening somewhere else. Like
somewhere down the line.
It kind of reminds me of. I feel like this is a good balance between. I'm glad this trailer leaned more into the season 2, the season 2A vibe because I know for 2B like we had all the titles before the trailer came out, so when we saw that trailer, it was really easy for us to point out where like what came from what, and like we had a very like good idea of which clip was in what episode, like surprisingly, and we were surprisingly like competent figuring that out. But yeah, the season 2 trailer feels like it's being a lot more close to the chest with what clips they're showing.
More vague, yeah.
And I guess moving forward from we covered Andrias talking with Marcy, we covered we didn't cover I guess since we're on the topic of like Yunan and Olivia, like we saw a scene later on where they're carrying Marcy out, and it seems to be they're in an empty area, and then there's like this blinding white light, which is very like deliberate with how empty that scene is, that shot is. Which can't be good. It can't be good how how void it is.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but I feel like it's gonna be nice, I guess, if they try to rescue her. But this is just my own prediction. I feel like it's not gonna happen yet. Like
I feel like
not gonna be. Yeah,
I feel like it's not gonna be successful, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, I really want them to be successful, but like, I just don't. I just feel like they aren't gonna get out. She's not gonna get out of there anytime soon. It's gonna be a little while before she makes it out.
Yeah, just because like Oh, go ahead,
Sorry.
Lemur.
No, I was just saying, like, I'm still having a hard time to think about what about that scene, because it is very, like, out of place. Personally, I don't know what's the right words for it.
I know what you mean, like when you say out of place, because like there's no background, there's no nothing. It's just the three characters, their shadow, and then like this bright light. So
Yeah,
it's kind of unsettling with how like empty it is. Because if it was just like a spotlight, then at least you could see like the floor or something. But here it just feels like empty.
yeah, I think So no, I've spoken to some people about this, but we've gone over saying that it might be Frog. I don't even. Do we still call him Frog Thulu's room? Or?
Yeah, we call him Frog Thulu.
Yeah, I'm just making sure. I feel like we've been switching over to calling him the Knight, but like so I'm just gonna go Frog Thulu. But yeah, some people are saying it might be Frog Thulu's room. And
That's what I was.
Yeah, because right before we have all the lighting, right? Like we can see like very large panels that they're standing on. So like it just sort of makes sense to me that maybe they're in a room that's just like much bigger than them. Because I mean we see from Proc Thulu, I mean Christ, he dwarfs Andrias, who's already like 3 times their heights. So like I don't know, I'm just thinking like they may because the intro even shows it's just confusing because like the intro shows Marcy down there, but then we have in the trailer she's in like Andrias's palace or throne room. So honestly, I'm just not sure at this point.
I feel like that shot from the intro is just us. It's just telling us like Marcy is in the possession of Andrias, and the knight is watching. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, like that. I remember someone told me, oh, well, they probably just put Marcy in front of there to save time because the intro was already moving so fast. That always stuck with me, and I loved it.
Then again, we don't know everything about Andrias' castle. This could just be another giant room.
That's true. Honestly, we haven't even because isn't there like a torn off part? And I know in Sleepover,
Yes.
there's like a torn off part of like on the map. So yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, one minor nitpick I have about Utopia Castle is that we saw a lot of the city, but we didn't really see. We know the castle is like in the center and like towers over everything else, but we never really got to see the scale of the planners entering the castle. Since we usually just cut to them just already inside. I would have liked
That's true.
Because it has that kind of spiral effect. I'd assume that like they would have to walk up all that or just fly up. Or I'm guessing they would have like a faster way to doing it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we've never really, we never got to see them. Hell, we don't even know how they get inside or outside the castle. Actually, we don't know like are there doors? Like, how do they get in there? Actually, yeah, we've never seen it.
Yeah, and it'd be nice to have like, well, now that the castle is separate from the city, like any attempts to approach it are probably going to require more like detail. I look forward to seeing that.
Yeah, same here.
I'm just hoping that the Utopian citizens are okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, their king left them behind. So I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what's gonna happen in Amphibia in general. Like, is it gonna get exploded by Andrias or what?
I'm not even sure.
Yeah, I'm curious how Andrias plans on dealing with everyone below, because in the intro shot we basically see him like pretty like higher up in the sky, but like season 2 left off with basically you had all the Utopian guards, I guess, on the floor, like they were fighting the Toad armies there. And then like, does he even care about them? Like, did he just like?
Yeah, I was going to say that. Yeah,
I don't think he actually cares about his citizens anymore.
Yeah, he just needs his robots. I think he just cares about his robots at this point.
Even like the Toad armies there, like would he force them to like surrender or something, or did he just leave and they couldn't do anything about it? Because he did like blow up the North Toad Tower with just like one shot, and we know that the West and the East armies were in the area. Did he just let them overtake Utopia? But then I don't know.
I feel like
I actually
they gave
don't
up
know,
hope.
too.
No, I feel like they gave up. No, because we have that one shot of what was his name? Aldo. Like he just straight up drops his katana when he sees the floating castle. I feel like they just gave up. They're just like, well, shit. This
Oh, you're
is
talking
like, this is
about
out of
Bufo.
taken. Oh, Bufo? Oh,
Yeah, Bufo.
Oh, wait. I was like, I mixed up the name.
Aldo's the old guy.
Yeah, Bufo. Okay, Aldo's okay. Yeah, Bufo. So Bufo, we saw him. He dropped his katana right as soon as he saw the floating castle. So I feel like they just lost their morale here. I mean, it took like one blast. They didn't. They destroyed an entire tower with like one blast. So I'm just thinking they believe it's over. Like there's no way for them to win this. But I mean, honestly, we're just gonna have to see. I mean, even if they do try to fight, I mean, you know what Andrias is gonna do. Like he's just gonna straight up blast.
There's no way. Yeah, there's no way we're gonna fight Black. Like his castle is up in the sky, and he has more advanced soldiers fighting for him now, and he has the freaking lasers, so they have no chance.
Well, I guess since this is like very early on, Andrias did have like a lot of robots, but he didn't have enough to maybe make like he had enough to make like a battalion, but not enough for an army. But like the longer Andrias has the box, the more resources he's going to gain. And then eventually, like even by maybe the first half of season 3, like Andrias is going to like amass an army the longer those factories are making stuff.
Yeah.
True.
Mm.
Also, I guess that's it for the Yunan and Marcy things.
Yeah.
There's the flashback scene where like
right.
Oh yeah.
The Marcy takeover episode.
Yeah.
Well, we don't know if the takeover. Do we think? Because I know they put the theme song takeover separately. They don't include them in the episode, with the exception of I think the Glomgol takeover. I think that was included in the show.
Yeah, but I'm just memeing about that flashback being an episode. I feel like it's just gonna be like 2 to 3 minutes of flashback for the episode, because Amphibia does short flashbacks. They don't really overtake.
That's true.
Yeah, maybe it will be like a minute. I think that was like the Third Temple flashback.
Just speaking of flashbacks, I think I'm thinking if there's any type of episode I want to really come out in season 3A, just like an Andrias Marcy episode, like just give me something like that. Give me the flashback of Marcy first getting Utopia, blah 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 blah. But like there's also something else I'm hoping for. I'm just hoping like to fully round out the birthday flashback. Like let us see it from like the perspectives of the Boon Choys. Like I'm just hoping like we just get to see like their first reaction, realizing that things aren't okay, and just I don't know. I just want like I just want the full picture here.
That's gonna be in the other half of 3A.
It's wait. What about the new normal? What if the new normal? I feel like the new normal could start as it though. It could start with like a flashback featuring them.
True. Because we did speculate that the clip is not the beginning of the episode. It's like there's like a scene before that happens. So
in the trailer.
Yeah,
you may be up to the building.
You may be onto something. Yeah.
I'm thinking it could happen. Yeah.
And remember in that interview, Matt mentioned that he always likes starting off the episode with like what it's about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I was thinking here. Yeah.
And like every 22-minute episode, like you had like reunion, you had Sasha and Anne, True Marcy at the gates. You had like the beginning like clip of Marcy.
Yeah, Marcy.
Even True Colors. Yeah, True Colors had Marcy. So like maybe like the new normal would start off with a flashback that's either
Marcy also did. First Temple also did have a snippets of flashbacks, but flashbacks nonetheless about Marcy too.
Oh, like Marcy and Anne. Yeah,
Marcy and Anne, where Marcy becomes clumsy, and then Anne just makes her bust her out, or Anne's just reacting to Marcy's shenanigans.
But like I'm guessing maybe since the new normal's more about like the relationship between Anne and her parents.
Yeah.
It could be more. It could be more about like it could be involving them.
Yeah, I actually do want to have. Now I actually want the episode to start with a flashback featuring the Boon Choice now.
Yeah, I just think it'd be really neat.
Now that you implanted that in my brain, yeah, I want it.
Nice, yeah. I'm just, you know how during this like the San Diego Comic Con, Matt mentioned there was this one cut scene from Reunion where where her dad warns her about Sasha. Part of me hopes it makes its way into that
Oh, yeah.
I would love that. I would love that. I would love that. Part of me wants that. Part of me wants that scene in.
Oh.
Him just going, hey, I don't know about that one Sasha girl, and she's like, oh, nah, it's okay, Dad, don't worry. Like, I'm just hoping that would be cool though. Like, we have Anne, bike away, then it just cuts back to Mr. Boonchoy going back to the house. I think I would just be really down for something like that. Because they're main characters, so they're main characters too. So I feel like they deserve like a scene like that. So I mean, fingers crossed for that.
Yeah, I hope it's about their parents. That'd be a really nice way to start out the episode.
Yeah. No, especially now because we know like how Matt likes to write his episodes. Like, he likes to tell you straight from the get go. This is what the episode's about. Like, I like that.
Yeah. And I apologize for like going backwards, but like when we get that first shot of like Newtopia in the sky, like the castle in the sky, we see like the bottom like the bottom of the castle has that like weird triangular shape.
Ooh, yeah, like that keep going.
Kind of feels like an upside down temple for me. I don't know. Maybe it's just like.
Let me see that upside down. Okay. Yeah,
I see it. I see it.
The castles. Let me see that.
Like it's more likely like based on like the castle in the sky, like Laputa, where they had that was basically like a giant like underground. That was the bottom laser, but in this case, like we already have a giant laser on top. But I don't know. Maybe Andrews likes to have one at the top, one at the bottom. For good measure.
I feel like that's just the foundation.
Oh, you said castle in the sky. Like, is that is that like a Ghibli film? Or
yeah, it's a Ghibli film. Well,
I mean, Matt just said he has inspiration from Ghibli, so like maybe I'm thinking like
Laputa was an early Studio Ghibli film before they called themselves Studio Ghibli. But let me pull up a picture and I'll post in the chat.
But who knows? I could see Nat. I could see Nat making that sort of reference here.
Like,
man.
We're just like what the first 30 seconds of the new footage. Oh yeah. I see the.
the inspiration.
Okay. I feel like that is an inspiration. I feel like that has to be an inspiration. I can exact same. Yeah.
Yeah, I can definitely see the Newtopia Castle being the reference for being referenced to this.
Yeah, like I remember like when we first saw Newtopia Castle, like Newtopia's castle, I was like, oh, that's remind me of Lapia, and then I remember that the freaking city flew, and I thought,
that actually became true. What the heck?
But sorry, I took away from the.
Oh no! I like what you pointed out. I like the fact that like. I mean, I didn't even know I didn't even know it was like inspired by like Studio Ghibli film. Like the whole idea of like floating castle, I had no clue. No, I like learning about that. Yeah.
But that small snippet of Marcy, like, we're assuming that. Actually, we can't assume. We know that that's probably from her like first few moments in Amphibia. That eventually, like, she's going. That flashback is probably going to have Andrias in it as well, so we're going to see maybe their first time meeting. Because we saw Grime and Sasha meet for the first time. We never got to see Andrias' first like impression on Marcy.
When we take the Marcy takeover thing. I assume Olivia is the first person that she met in Newtopia.
Right.
I think she might.
Well, I meant like and Andrias seeing Marcy for the first time, like how is he gonna react? Like,
yeah,
He's,
like human.
He's gonna be suspicious. He's
Ooh,
gonna be
human
suspicious for a second,
prophecy.
like, he's gonna look super suspicious for a second. And he's gonna be like, so you're Marcy.
he's
Like,
gonna be suspicious, but then Marcy's gonna bring up like, oh, I found this like magical box. Then Andrias is gonna be thinking in his head like, oh shit, finally.
Oh shit! Yeah, finally, 1,000 years of waiting.
1,000 years.
Finally. Yes, my dear. How did you get here again? Like, please. Man.
Like he's gonna immediately like be like curious, but like, and he's gonna be like, "Oh, do you have that box?" And she's gonna be like, "Nope." And then Andrew's gonna be dying on the inside.
Yeah, no, he's just gonna check. He's gonna be like, "What?" And he's gonna stop for a second. He's gonna be like, "Wait, what? Are you okay?" He's like, "Oh, yeah. Don't worry about it." Like he's gonna freak out for a couple of seconds there. He's gonna be like, "What? Where's the box?" Like.
And then he's gonna bring, and then he's gonna and then Marcy would probably mention that, oh, maybe like one of the other, like maybe my friend Anne has it. She's the one who opened it, and then Andrew's gonna be like, all right.
All right.
I have hope.
Oh man.
Like,
So,
and we're probably going to see insight on Andrias. Like, did he ever think the box was coming back? Because like, imagine how long he's waited. Like, did he at some point just like how would he know? Like, he wouldn't know if the box was coming back or not. So did he move on and then eventually like this came back into his life?
I feel like maybe it was. I don't know, because it's like, I don't know. Actually, that's a very good point. It's damn, because it's been 1,000 years. I mean, holy, like, did he?
Yeah, and Andrias' age. Yeah, Andrias' age. Like, the fact that they've made him like that old, I feel like is going to play a part in his character. Like how he's had to adapt. Like in some ways he has adapted, and in some ways he hasn't.
Yeah, like maybe. I'm just trying. I don't know. All I have is right now is a speculation, but maybe I don't want to. I have no clue. It's just. I just need to know. I need to know more about him before I can say anything. But like, I'm gonna say it was Marcy's presence in Utopia definitely did help him jumpstart his plans. Like, I feel like we can at least say that. Like, it because it just makes me think. Like, did he start forming agreements with the Knight as soon as he met Marcy, or did all that stuff just happen before? Like when did the Knight and when did he swear allegiance to the Knight? When did they become master and servant? Like, there are just so many questions I have about the relationship, but we'll probably get those answers somewhere in season 3. But like, damn, I don't know.
that's probably going to be. We're probably going to figure it out in the start of October when Cable Forum releases the November release dates for
That's actually
Disney
true.
Channel.
I forgot that we'll get another set of episode titles. I forgot.
Yeah, and we're probably not gonna have like we're going to be in the middle of covering like the season 3 episodes, and then we're going to get the season 2 titles, and it's not gonna be enough time unless they take a break. Unless they take like a 1 week break.
Ooh,
like they did that in season 1.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, actually, that'd be kind of nice. Let us fit in some season 2 episodes. I'd like to do that. Or sorry, not season 2, season 1 episodes. Yeah.
Not season 1 episodes. I'm guessing like it won't be as long. Like it'll be just like a 1 week break, and we'll be able to like cover something.
Yeah.
And then it'll go back to season 2 season 3 A.
Yeah, probably something like that. Yeah.
And just make the journey last a little bit longer.
We're not letting this show go yet. We're not ready. We're not ready.
I'm not ready.
It's just weird to think about how like 2019 we got 20 episodes. Then 2020 we got like 10. Yeah, 2020
we got
Oh, we got 11 episodes because the shut-in.
Oh, because the Shun, yeah, we
True.
got 11 episodes in 2020.
Yeah,
And
then
then
we
in
got-
2021, we're getting another 20.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Okay.
So
Yeah, but
I
we can
guess-
talk about the human scenes. Like,
Oh, the
Yes! Yes! All right, let's go.
humans. Yeah,
we
I think.
I
think my
want to
favorite-
cover. Oh, go ahead, Nick.
Oh, I was just. I mean, no, I was just gonna pick out some random scene, but I'll let you go now. No, you go ahead.
Wait, what random scene?
No, it was just, I was just gonna say, I especially love this one scene in the trailer, but no, you go ahead. You go ahead. Go ahead. It's okay.
Oh, like we had. Seeing what we had. Surprisingly, we got Anne in her. It looks like the junkyard again. Anne has her blue powers
Blue powers
Yeah,
without the blue
it's-
hair.
without
Yeah,
the blue hair.
It's like an in between form. It's like. I mean, I don't know, just for my Dragon Ball Z fans out there, but you know what I'm talking about? Like a false Super Saiyan. Like, that's what it looks like to me right there. False Super Blue Ant? I don't even know what they call it. False Super Ant? I don't know, something like that. But like,
Super Ant. They call it Super Ant, but I call it Calamity Blue.
but like right now, it looks like it's sort of in between form. Like, it's not complete. Like, she hasn't fully mastered the ability to go all out. So, I don't
Yes.
know. No, the fact that she's still overpowered. I mean, Jesus. She, I don't even know. It's crazy how we've gone from just like just slice of life to this giant Dragon Ball Z stuff. I don't know, but yeah, it just looks badass. But I'm thinking like, yeah, I guess the Boon Choice, they are gonna figure out all this stuff about Anne by the end of the episode. So I do think that one last scene with like Anne falling asleep on Mrs. Boon Choi's like arm, I think that will be like. That
New
probably is going to be
normal.
at the end of New Normal. So I'm thinking, like, yeah, but it was just the expression on her face. Like, I just love the fact that Amphibia, like, they always have that down, like, character expressions. Like, we see, I mean, you can tell they're just two different emotions in that one scene. Like, it's Mrs. Boon Choi's face at the start of the clip. You know, you can see she's just worried about the future. She's gone through a lot in one day, and now she's just anxious. But then you see Anne falling asleep on her shoulder, and you can just tell, oh, but I'm also happy that my daughter's here. Like, I just love the fact that they managed to portray those two just so well and seamlessly.
Yeah, and like it feels like very early on they're going to know what's going on with Anne.
Yeah, I'm glad we got.
Like the season 3 clip where Anne's like, "Oh, I don't want my parents to like know anything about this," and then like by the end of the first episode, they're like probably gonna know everything.
They're gonna know a lot of things. Yeah. I'm just.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Nick.
No, I guess I was just gonna want to like, how did how did Polly and Sprig get separated in front of them? I mean, I seem like maybe they were told to stay at home or something. Like,
Maybe they were in danger, and then that's what activated Anne's powers.
oh, okay, yeah, okay, yeah, that could work.
I mean, I feel like they can just like they're just not in the frame, so
That's
it
true.
could be that too.
That's true.
And maybe like whatever happens there like leads to that blue beam in the sky. And I just noticed that like the shot at the end of the trailer and the shot of the blue like the shot of like the blue like energy in the sky, they seem like identical. Like I'm assuming they're from like the same scene.
Yeah. Thinking. Maybe that's when maybe that's also when the government dudes they discover them or something.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Yeah, they see some gigantic energy beam in the sky. They're like, "What the hell?" It's like, "What the hell?" And then they investigate. That's probably what's going to force their hand. Yeah,
It's gonna be in Typhoon, I assume.
Yeah, Typhoon. Just I feel like I'm calling right now. I feel like that's going to be a Spran episode. You know what I mean? It's just Paulie and Ann just I don't know trying to sell food. I have no clue what's going on, but like. We do see that car chase with the both of them.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, it's like Anne was driving the food truck, and then we also another scene with Hop Pop with a golf cart getting shot. So I assume they take place in the same episode, and I also assume this is going to be the debut episode for the the government guys.
Yeah, maybe. I'm looking forward. Oh yeah, actually, no. There was also that one scene of like. That just reminded me. You know, the blue. We still don't have names. Damn it, we still don't have names. But the blue haired girl, like her and Anne kicking open the door. I feel like she might. I think we went over this like yesterday, right? Like we said, like she might be working with the government.
The government,
guys.
yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then she like.
I actually believe it now. To be honest, there's a chance.
Yeah. It's just nice how everything's just slowly coming together here. How are we going to see the connections between these characters?
Also, yeah. Oh no, and also, we got the mechanics. Yeah, like you said earlier, the mechanics calling. No. Polly calling the
calls them.
mechanics to help rebuild Frobo in some way.
And
Yes.
that doesn't feel like an introduction episode. That feels like they've already established themselves, and then Polly's just like calling them in again.
Yeah, it really does. Yeah, because it's shown that she's already started making some progress on Frobo too. So like, maybe maybe we'll see them at the end of an episode. No, we don't even know. Maybe. I mean, maybe they can meet them in fixing Frobo in that one scene from later on season 3. Honestly, there's no way to know right now, but
then again, this show is pretty good at establishing characters before they got their major role episodes. Like, Maddie's siblings from Wartwood, then it happened in Maddie and Marcy.
That's I mean, we could even say season 1, like literally all these characters just popping up out of nowhere before we get the huge episodes. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, they can definitely do it again in season 3 with all the new humans.
Yeah, I just can't wait to see all this unravel. I think there's also the curator stopping in the museum. Yeah, I wonder what's going on with that. Like what could Because I know you mentioned like artifacts, like ancient amphibian artifacts.
I don't think the curator is stopping Anne. She's just checking on Anne because she saw her getting like anxious or something.
Yeah, I feel like all the planners and Anne are at the museum, and Anne's like they're all worried. They don't want to get their like cover blown. So like Anne is on edge, and then like the curator's just like being normal.
Yeah,
and then like Anne just freaks out. But I just think it's interesting that like the curator, she was like in the foreground, like she was in the center of that like establishing shot of the new characters, and even though like Anne's parents were in like the background, which is fine because like
the side,
not background side, like at the side, but like she was in the center. I'm guessing she's voiced by
Annika Noni Rose, the voice of Tiana
from Princess and the Frog. Yeah, that feels like a deliberate
casting choice.
Yeah.
No, I like the idea behind it. Well, I just want to see how all these characters just come together here, man. It's exciting.
Like I keep saying it multiple times. The new human characters are like one of my most anticipated things from season 3, and I feel like they're gonna be a lot of fun. Like, I don't even care if they don't have like major roles. I just want them to see like they can be just supporting and I'll be fine. But I feel like we're getting more from them, which is something I'm very much happy about.
Yeah, I feel like we can at least send mechanic girls. They'll probably be in for more.
Mechanic girls and blue-haired scientists. They're gonna be Anne's new circle of friends, which is honestly I approve. people don't want it because they're just gonna replace Marcy and Sasha, but no, that's incorrect. That's an incorrect state of mind. Yeah, they're just downgraded versions of Marcy and Sasha. Like, no, they're new. They are new types of people that Anne will befriend after she changed in Amphibia. Like, it's a chance to start something new. Like, and that's what I'm very much excited for. The people saying that they're just downgraded versions of Marcy and Sasha are just plain wrong.
Like, I'm looking at think we talked about the food truck already. That's probably from Thai Feud.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, okay.
The planners get new
Disguise.
new
Oh
costumes.
yeah, get that fit. They got that fit.
Yeah, like Sprig's design is already like trending, which
Yeah, I know. Everyone loves it.
it's well deserved. It's a good look.
Got the drip though. I mean, hop pop. I think we mentioned a hop. Yeah, we got.
Hop up in a trench coat and like those clogs.
I mean, hey, at least they're better disguises than most disguises we've seen.
That's true.
Yeah,
They really.
Well, I mean, at least Sprig can like come across as like a taller because he's like pretty like how tall are they like
Actually,
because I'm assuming is like 5 feet and then like Sprig is probably like 3 feet or 2 feet.
Yeah, something like that. Because they're like Sprig is half the size of Anne.
And then like Polly's even smaller than that, but like at least she has like legs. But like
She has a baby. Yeah, they can still call her a baby, and everyone will be fine with it.
yeah, and then Hop Up can like probably just pull off being an old man.
Yeah, I mean we already have a short old man anyway, so it's not surprise.
Yeah,
It shouldn't be surprise.
yeah, and also like cartoon scale is like not.
Yeah, cartoon
It's
scales
never
aren't
too
really
perfect.
that consistent.
It's never too perfect. Yeah.
And then you have like Domino in like in the cage, so I'm guessing
Yeah,
this
it
is
makes
from
you-
Adventure of Cat Sitting.
Adventures
Yeah,
in cat
yeah.
sitting. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, because just
Maybe-
this is something
okay.
I've just been thinking. Like, because I don't know if the Boone choices are going to be 100% okay. Like, Anne. I mean, even if Anne reveals the truth, tells him that, like, yeah, this is exactly what happened to me in Amphibia, blah 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 blah. I feel like they still aren't going to be 100% okay for like moving around, trying to get back to Amphibia. So I'm thinking like the Plantars, they're gonna sort of have to like handle that themselves for a little while. Like, so I'm thinking like maybe an Adventures of what was it called? Like Adventures in Cat Sitting.
In cat sitting. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe they'll sneak. Maybe they still clearly need to take it to Domino. So maybe they'll take Domino out of the house and try to do some investigating themselves. Like that's what at least what I'm predicting for this kind of thing.
Maybe this is where we're gonna meet some of the new humans too, like like the mechanics or someone, the mechanics or the FBI agents again, assuming that they debut in Thai Feud.
And this could
Ooh,
be
actually, yeah, they could be because I'm looking at the group shot. It looks like they're in a food truck, right? Like it's like an ice. It's like a mascot on top. Yeah, it's an ice cream truck. So I'm thinking,
Yeah.
maybe maybe there's like a little competition between the two of them, right? And then it's revealed that they're like government agents trying to hunt them down. Yeah, that could be cool. That could be cool. I'd love that.
Oh, sorry, Tom. What were you gonna say?
yeah, like you mentioned, I think it was Nick that. Oh no, it was you, Lemur. You mentioned that like this might be the opportunity for like the planners to meet, some of the other human like one of the other human characters we'll encounter later. But this could be like the first. This could be the first like the first episode where the planners like interact without Anne. Because I don't think we've ever had that.
True. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
We never had that. Yeah, that's never been explored before. Man.
Well,
And,
I
like
guess-
Adventures in Cat Sitting, it seems like something like they're tasked with, maybe voluntarily or involuntarily tasked without Anne to help them.
Yeah.
I feel like it's probably just Anne just needs to catch up with her fam. I feel like that's gonna be the whole hype idea behind this. Like she just needs a break from all this Amphibia stuff.
I mean, like we have episodes like where like Sprig is without Anne. Like the Plantars check in, for example, but we never had the Plantars, the family themselves, be without Anne. So yeah, this could be this would be a very exciting episode if that's true.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, let's see. Like how does it work between these three? But yeah.
And it's also the first time they're gonna explore Los Angeles without Anne guiding them, I assume. So that's another thing.
Did we mention it? Because there's like I keep replaying this scene where like a bird just flies above them, and you know what I'm getting at, right?
Yeah,
Like,
killer birds.
oh,
Killer birds, but it's no big deal.
Yeah. I can't imagine. That must feel like a heart. They must be having mini heart attack.
Like a heart attack for them, like a bird, and it's just smaller than Polly.
Yeah.
Oh man, I could see them doing that kind of gag, like
Old man screams cloud.
like they're all freaking out, and then they just it comes closer, and they just realize it's like a pigeon or something. Yeah, like that seems like a good Amphibia gag.
Yeah. Also, that Sprig scene with a real frog. That could be from Adventures in Cat Sitting too.
I'm thinking that's maybe when Sprig just because I know in the clip like Sprig was like just amazed at being in this world. I feel like maybe this could be his chance to really take in that like this is for real. Like he's in a different world, and they may or may not have they may or may not have like a way to get back home. So like him just taking in just how really odd this world is. The fact that like
there's a miniature version of a frog.
A miniature version of him. Like this isn't exactly like a fun magical adventure anymore.
Yeah. That I don't know, man. These episodes like they look like filler, like not filler, like breeder episodes, but they still have like some weight. You know?
What, Lemur?
Huh? What?
You said the F word.
Oh shit! Oh shoot! Sorry, guys. No.
No, but this is exactly what we were getting at. Like, almost 2 months ago. Like, it does seem like we're going back to slice of life, chiller episodes, but no, like this is. There's still going to be, like you said, like wait, there's still going to be like a lot going for these episodes. Like, there's still going to be development going on. Like, it's. Yeah, I mean, we're slice of life, but also like, I mean, actually, slice of life can still have like, slice of life can still have consistent character development, drama, so blah 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 blah. But like, I think it's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be fun to go through all this.
I feel like every Earth episode is gonna have at least something that advances the plot, like in some sort of way, or develop their characters in some way.
Yeah, definitely. I'm thinking like we will get like a chance for individual development for each of them. I mean, we already have that confirmed for Polly. Like she's really going into taking care of Frobo. I mean, we have the scene where we still have like a bunch of scenes we didn't even talk about. Like when she
activates like she somehow like resuscitates Frobo.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Like it really does seem like she's going all out with this, right? Like she's learning to take responsibility for someone else.
Maybe that's gonna be her future. She's gonna be a mechanic in Amphibia.
Ooh, dude, please!
The first mechanic in Amphibia. Lol.
That'd be pretty cool, actually. Man, but
and like,
I'm just...
I really hope that like I get the feeling that RC Frobo car is gonna be like the end result of fixing Frobo. I hope it's not. I hope it's not like.
Oh no!
Like I'm really hoping that like we see like RC Frobo early on, and then like that'll immediately like tell us like okay, he's like the evolution is gonna go from like RC Frobo to something else rather than like if we don't see RC Frobo by fixing Frobo, then for sure like that's gonna be his design for the next few episodes 3A before like the final battle where he gets his like cooler form.
Yeah, I think he'll eventually get it, but dang. Like, honestly, who man, there's just like so much going on here. I mean, there's even Yeah, I'm just hoping like when Race Car Frobo happens, it doesn't stick around for too long. It just oh man. Because I know we already mentioned here, right? Like they're going to it's like every Frobo they defeat, they're going to be taking their parts and like building that into like our current Frobo, making them better. So I mean, hopefully.
Yeah.
I just don't know how long I can tolerate race car Frobo. I don't know how long I can tolerate it. Like,
and I've said in the past, but from the aspect of like moving Frobo around, like it's a lot easier. Because they don't need to worry about like regular sized Frobo like breaking down like walls when he walks.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
It is a way where like even though at the cost of like Frobo looking cool, we at least get him to like it's easier for him to interact with the planners.
Yeah, at the cost of his dignity, self-respect.
Maybe he still has laser eyes though.
Maybe I don't know anymore. I just don't even know anymore.
That's still pretty. Like that was still one of his like stronger weapons. Like so, as long as he has that, as long as he has that, like he's in good shape.
Yeah, maybe he's just been. I feel like he's just been nerfed so hard. He got turned into a race car. Like I didn't see that coming. I did not see that coming. I thought like maybe he'd just be like a working head for a while, but no, he literally got turned into a race car.
So like that scene of Sprig releasing like the frog out, you can also see Hop up in the background, like his feet, like he was like tippy toeing, looking at something. But
he's like watching out for something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so it's like they're getting hunted down again.
Maybe.
Because Avengers and okay, yeah,
and probably like and probably like Sprig just like rescued the frog in like in the heat of the moment.
Dang. Yeah, maybe. Oh, yeah. We even have like, oh yeah, shoot. There's so much. Then we have like the whole Doc Ock thing. I forgot about that. God, there's so many things. We have like, man, I don't know. There's just so many things to unpack here. Oh man, this is going to be an exciting season. And it's only, and I still. Okay, maybe it's not just the first 5 episodes, but I still feel like there's like a ton of. I feel like there's still like a handful of episodes we don't have content for from the trailer. I feel like.
Yeah, like Lemur said earlier, like the guy with the Frobo arm might be from like a different episode.
I don't even know what's going on there. Like. Why is he fighting Sprig? Why is Sprig dressed up? Why is he fighting Sprig? Like, what is happening here? So many questions.
Oh, and also like the idea that for the I'm trying to look for that scene where Anne is in like the freezer, like in that freezer area with the other Frobo and the planters are frozen. That seems like a food truck, like not food truck. That looks like. The background, I'm trying to pull up the scene
like
again.
Like a meat locker.
It looked like a meat locker, but then at the same time, like that costume with Sprig and Polly was from the intro where they're in the museum. So that's what's throwing me out, throwing me off.
Yeah, like when does this? Because hold on, because it's like
it's definitely not the premiere, so we know like this guy's making an appearance again.
Wait, but then. Who did Anne destroy in the intro then? Because it's not the intro, but like the junkyard. Then like
it's probably multiple versions.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Maybe. Okay. But then, wait. So then, like, then what about the one that Mr. Butcher is about to ram into with the car? Like he looked like he was repairing himself with like random things on Earth. So it's like, huh? Yeah. Now it's getting a little confusing. Like, how is this all gonna work? But yeah, I don't know. It's just gonna be. This is just gonna be exciting. Like I'm hyped for this, and it's just 3 weeks from now. Just 3 more weeks of waiting, and we're there. 3 more weeks.
Yeah. Oh man. And I'm trying to look at the planners' costumes. I thought they would be helpful in like indicating like what happened when, but like the trench coat thing.
Yeah, they keep
throwing me off.
Yeah, I know they keep changing them. We go from a trench coat. We go from like a trench coat to Sprig like having drip, and then like whatever he's doing versus Doc Ock. Like is he dressed up like? Is he trying to dress up as like a superhero or something? Like what is he up? Why is he even fighting this guy? What is going on here?
Maybe he's just in disguise.
I think it's probably just gonna be like a funny little episode. I'm guessing. So honestly, I'm like, hey, I mean, I'm down for any funny little episodes I want to do for season 3.
Oh, and then like people were mentioning that the Frobo arm that random guy has, it's not the same as the Frobo we've seen so far.
Yeah, something. I could. This could very easily be some like random crazy guy who just saw them like having Avengers and he's like, oh, I want to be in on that. I want to be in on that too. And he just attack. I don't know. I believe he's just gonna be some random bum on the street, just fighting them for no reason. I don't know. Like he doesn't look like he's with any of the government guys. Like he could. Wait, who's that one guy that some people have been saying they really hope he voices him? Like what was his name? Like something. You know, the guy who played like Doc Ock. Let me just look up Doctor Octopus Spider-Man 2. Because it can be so funny if you voice them though. Like was
No, I'm looking at what Ben posted in the chat.
oh my
Like,
god.
when I saw Alternate Frobo, I thought like, okay, yeah, like file design, and he posted the obvious.
Yeah, I didn't think he meant it like that. Yeah, I usually thought he just meant like an upgraded Frobo with like all the Frobo parts. But wow, Ultimate Frobo. Like, did he just make that edit right now? What the hell? Like, he made
Yeah,
it.
he probably made just
What the hell? Ultimate Frobo.
because there was like a few minute delay between like the so I didn't think about it, and then like I just see this thing show up.
Yeah. That's funny. That's funny.
Okay, I'm looking at the refrigerator scene. It looks like one of the boxes says bake or sale or it's a 4-letter word. It's
Then
kind
I
of
wish we
blurry
had
to
an
make out.
Now I wish we had like an HD version of the trailer. Let me see. Let me try to
And
get to it.
we're getting that soon, so I'm not
Yeah, we're getting that soon. Maybe the next 2 weeks. I'm thinking that maybe the next 2 weeks we'll get the trailer.
like I'm pretty sure a week before we're going to have it.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, a week before. Yeah.
Oh,
That's like
and
the usual trend of this stuff, right? Like they always release a trailer around the week before the premiere.
and the few moments before the bird flies over the planners, it looks like they seem kind of like down.
Ooh, okay. Let me get there. Let's see.
Like
Dang it.
Sprig is
Like-
walking with his like arms up, like his arms forward.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, you are right about that. Yeah.
And then we see the
Yeah.
bird fly underneath, and then it switches to panic.
Yeah, it looks like they just had like a long day. I'm really I just never realized that was just that was a really good point out that like the fact that we never got an episode just with those three.
Just the planners ever since like what Banner Beast.
Yeah, we had like those first 2 minutes of them, I guess. Then after that, yeah, it turned to an Anne and Sprig episode. Yeah, no, it'll be pretty interesting to see how these three work without Anne being there. But I just really hold on to the idea, the fact that like the fact that like I don't know, I just feel like it's not going to be. I feel like if there is any I feel like if there is any end game development of like Anne and her parents, it's just them recognizing the fact that Anne is changing this into this new person that they need to be, and that they need to accept that she still has some things that she has to get done with regarding Amphibia. So, but I'm thinking for the time being, like it's not going to be easy for her to do it, right? So I'm thinking like. Yeah, even if the truth is out there, they're obviously still not going to be okay. So I'm thinking, like, yeah, the Plantars, they really are going to have to like handle, most of the investigations they need to do.
Oh, we also have that. We have that shot of the Boonchoys like hanging the power tools out, and like I think Mr. Boonchoy's holding out a buffer. It doesn't look like a sander. Like
yeah, are they like? I think they're going to prepare fighting the Frobos with those tools. Or
We're
something.
not. Yeah, it looks like it's happening at night. Yeah, it looks like it's happening at night too.
Yeah.
Like maybe this is in the new normal. Honestly, I'm not even sure.
I just like how how proactive the parents are.
Yeah, that's so nice. Like you never would have thought. Oh, what the parents actually get to be they actually get to be main characters in Isekai. Really? What?
Yeah,
yeah. You never would have. I never would have thought that. I never would have thought that.
It really is a different. It really is a different brand of isekai.
It really is. Really is.
oh, go ahead, Nick.
I was just gonna say, like, I'm just looking forward to all this, man. Like, there's just so much good stuff here.
You're gonna say, what are you gonna say?
Oh, now that you're back, I wanted to bring up that. So the brief moment with the federal agents, like we see, like if you look carefully, it looks like they're holding like a sack on the left side. It looks like Hop Hop's like disguise hat. being covered with a sack.
Okay, all right, now I need to get there. All right, now I need to get. Ooh, okay. Here.
Wait, it looks like
I'm
they're
always
holding.
bad at finding these clips.
So after they kick the door, that's where we get the RuPaul character, and then bottom left.
Okay.
But like, and it looks like,
Oh,
you see it, right?
yeah.
Well, let me send a screen.
Oh yeah, I do see it.
Oh, you see
Yeah.
it?
Yeah,
Okay.
it looks like they have captured someone. Yeah. He plus no. There's like a brick wall behind them too, right? Like, This sort of looks like it's like a brick. Is there like a
or fence, like a brick wall.
Yeah, there's something behind. Yeah, so I'm thinking like because I know Pop was being chased down, like when he was driving like a golf car alone, right? Yeah, he was in a golf car alone. Someone was like firing at him. So like maybe.
Yeah, like I'm pretty sure that's Hop because like just like the shape of his hat or the shape of his hat. That's my guess.
Yeah, I can see it. Also, the fact that they can actually use FBI and not
FBI.
FIB or CBI or DBI or any of like acronyms. That's great.
Is that because of the? Imagine that's because of the increased budget. How does that even work? Like, are they just like? I don't even know.
Like I'm pretty sure they have their own like department like dedicated to media and like handling their appearances in media. Like the FBI has that like set up for them. Like same thing with the army.
Oh wow. I just laugh at this picture because I can't picture RuPaul being serious.
Yeah, and the assistant I think is also
Yeah. Is it
female. Well, I
don't think it's a female though.
I don't know. I'm being really like
Yeah, I don't know anymore. I thought they were gonna be a guy, but I don't know. We were just gonna have to see. I mean, we'll probably get our answer pretty quick when season 3 starts. I mean, I'm thinking. Do you guys think we're still? Do you guys think there's still a possibility there'll be like more like articles about season 3 coming out? Because I'm thinking like, I mean, how does that usually work for the seasons? Because I've never really like paid too close attention to like what sort of information they start dropping when we're close to a season.
Okay, go ahead, Dom. You're more knowledgeable in this.
They've pretty much revealed most of what we would get in like the run up to the season premiere. Like season 2 was a little bit different situation where we got it all within a week.
Mm-hmm.
This case, it seems like we've gotten a lot more, a lot earlier. So I'm not sure what's left to be revealed. Maybe we'll get the weekly clips, and then we'll get we'll get the Disney Channel like mini TV spot where they like have episodes mixed in with other shows. Like,
Also,
clips. Clips of other shows. Yeah, sorry.
And also, I was gonna say we still have yet to get the plot synopses for these episodes, and we may get release dates for the other 5 episodes of 3A sometime. I don't know.
That's true, actually.
By the time season 3 like premieres, we might get the like later. We might get the next 5 episodes.
Yeah, because
like,
of
the titles
cable
that
forum. Yeah, cable forum. Yeah, true. Other than that, I think they pretty much revealed everything except for the confirmation for the roles of the guest stars for this season.
Yeah, that's what's killing. Plus, coupled with the fact that we don't have their names yet, like that's what's been killing.
Yeah, the names, bro. I need the names.
I know. I'm so tired of saying the blue-haired scientist, the curator. Like, just give me their names already, please. Like,
we'll get them the synopsis, like where they'll say, "Oh, guest starring character X as." Guest starring actor as character X.
Yes. Oh, and also, I've been thinking about like my scenario. Like, if the new kids are actually gonna be Anne's new friends, I wonder how's that gonna affect Sasha and Marcy.
Like, I feel like they all seem to be older than Anne. Like, because I'm assuming the blue-haired if she's an intern or like working for the government, she's probably like 18 plus.
Like they're the same height though.
Yeah, but
That's like I think that's like maybe
So?
awkward scaling. Like, maybe that just shows awkward scaling. I don't know.
I don't know.
For me, I don't know if I think they're gonna be friends. I don't know. I think they're maybe a.
I mean, okay, well, maybe not friends, but like close allies.
Of course, they're gonna be friends. It's Anne.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, we're talking about Anne.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, they'll probably
They're probably gonna be close allies because with the whole, Nutopia war, Amphibia war situation that's going to happen. They're probably gonna need all the allies they can get. So
yeah, they're gonna need some convincing. Like, she will, and like try to talk to. Yeah, they'll try to explain to the government guys that they aren't threats. I don't know. I'm just going to see how that's gonna go.
Maybe because I feel like the blue-haired girl is gonna be very warm up to Anne and the Plantars very quickly because
yeah, definitely.
Probably the mechanics too.
Oh yeah, the mechanics. I mean, they really look like they're good friends with Polly.
Yeah, Polly.
I just love the shot of Polly just beaming up when she sees them. That's just so nice. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like she's finally making her. Yeah, she's making like friends. Yeah, she's making like friends who like sort of fit of her. Like they break out of like their. Yeah, they sort of like break out of their own stereotypes, right? Like all because they're girls doesn't mean they can't get their hands dirty with stuff.
Yeah,
like,
true.
Each of the planners are going to like make their own like. They're going to have their own human friends. Like maybe Sprig ends up Sprig ends up bonding with Doc Ock.
Oh shit! Please, okay. Now I actually want that. Now I actually want that.
Brand moment.
And, go ahead, Nick.
Oh no, I'm just saying, like, I actually want that now. Like, let Sprig bond that wacko attacking him. Like, that'd be actually pretty fun. But I'm not sure what Hop Pop would be getting up to then. Like,
Hop Pop's just gonna be relaxing.
Just let him relax. I feel like, just let him chillax. Let that old man finally just kick back and just take it easy. He deserves it.
I mean, I feel bad for bringing this up, but like that brief moment, like with Hop Pop in the golf cart, he seems pretty like at peace. Like it looks like he's just going for a stroll, and then he gets like shot at.
Then he gets like shot
at. He gets blasted by a bazooka.
Like, he never gets to take it easy. Like, let me see it again. Yeah, he's just looking up with a smile on his face, and he gets blasted. Holy shit!
I find it so funny for some reason.
Poor Hop Pop. Like, he just never gets to take it easy. Man. Yeah. It's literally him just smiling, and he's like, "Oh!" Like he literally gets bombed.
Hop Pop's misery makes me happy.
Okay, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, it does too. It makes me laugh a lot, but I think sometimes the joke they bully him too hard. I don't know. I just hope him being on Earth just gives him the chance to just relax. Like I just feel like out of all the characters, like he just deserves it. Like I'm not gonna say I don't want to rank them, but I just feel like he just deserves a rest after everything he's been through. Just let him take it easy.
Yeah, true.
But I just like the idea that like Sprig and Polly, they're just branching out here. Like they're actually. Yeah, I know you guys have been like talking about it. The fact that like Polly and Sprig could have their own like sort of mini character arcs in Earth. I'm really seeing it. I'm seeing it for Polly at least. I'm not sure like what they're gonna do with Sprig yet, but I think it could work. Yeah, I think they can do something here.
People are gonna be complaining about Polly being like the least developed planter, and now she's getting episodes, which I'm very happy about.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Yeah.
I'm hoping for one last Pollyann episode, please. Like just one. There's always one. There's like one in season 1, one in season 2. Like let there be one in season 3, please.
Like we like I don't know, like we're probably getting like maybe 2 poly episodes because if Cats and Adventures in Cat Sitting is actually just a Domino and Poly episode, or it's gonna be the Plantars and Domino.
Oh, I just like I think it might be Planners and Domino because it'd be a nice like they've met Domino 2 but not Domino 1.
Oh, imagine how
Yeah,
Top
true.
reacts to taking care of a pet again after Charlie Big Bottom.
Charlie
Like-
Big Bottom and Domino too. Yeah.
Charlie Big Bottom.
Charlie Big
He's gonna
Bottom.
get attached to his pet. I love Charlie Big Bottom. With all my heart. Like this. Oh man. I'm looking forward to seeing how he reacts to Domino. I feel like he's gonna love Domino. I feel
Probably
like
the Plantars in general. Like after the disaster is Domino too. Oh man.
yeah,
It's gonna be great.
it's gonna be fun.
Also, Domino in a starring role could be great.
Oh, Domino! Oh, like leading an episode.
Yeah, well, not leading the episode, but like leading alongside the Plantars, I assume. Because I don't think Domino is just gonna be in the cage and for the rest of the episode.
Yeah, maybe they'll accidentally let them out because I mean we do have a scene of Hop like looking over like what was it? Looking over like an alley or something. Yeah, like looking over a bush. Like it looks like he's like looking for something. So like he's either looking for something or he's like watching out for something. So maybe that could be the Domino episode.
Oh, and it wouldn't be a Amphibia trailer without that signature planner hug.
Oh yeah, that's
I'm guessing that's new normal.
Yeah,
New normal. Yeah.
Now it just makes me think like what's with the group? Yeah, why are they sudden group hug as soon as they get inside the house now?
I mean, they're probably trying to explain what happened to Amphibia with the Plantars.
Oh yeah,
to Ma and Pa Boonshoy. Yeah.
No, I'm seeing it right here. Yeah. It's and she's talking and she's like slowly bending down to give him a hug. Yeah, that could be it. Yeah, that could be it. Like they can talk about the fact they just barely escaped Andrias trying to kill them. Yeah, that could work. I mean, actually, I'm not even sure if she's gonna even. Who knows? But yeah, I'm thinking. Yeah, I think you're right about that. Actually, yeah.
And she might have to talk about Sasha and Marcy.
Yeah, dude, when are the parents gonna come in? Like that's just. I feel like they're just like. It could happen in any episode, or I don't know. It could happen at any moment where they just come in at some random moment. They're just like, "Hey, what happened to Marcy? What happened to Sasha?" Like,
actually, do you think that's gonna happen? Do you think that's gonna happen in this episode?
I think it could happen. I maybe I don't know because it's just like say if they heard that Anne was back on Earth, like I feel like they wouldn't waste even a second. They'd brush over because like if Anne's back, maybe that means Marcy and Sasha are back. So like I don't know. I'm not sure.
Wait, what'd you say, Lemur?
I said, what are you going to say before?
Oh, like because like how long? Like Nick brought up, like if Anne's back, like how long do you have like Anne going on these adventures before like they decide to like address the fact that like Marcy and Sasha, like before they address like Marcy and Sasha's parents, because like for sure like Anne's parents are probably gonna be responsible enough to press Anne on like giving an update because it is the right thing to do. Like you can't just like.
I don't know. Like I actually don't know if Sasha or Marcy's parents are even in this season to begin with.
Yeah, but I just feel like they wouldn't waste any time. Like if they heard that. No, I mean like their parents. I mean like Sasha and Marcy's parents. Like if they heard that Anne was back in town, like wouldn't they immediately rushed over like to ask her about them? Like I just feel like I don't know. I mean,
Maybe Mrs. Boonshoy calls Sasha and Marcy's parents and like had Anne explain what happened to the both of them. So like their presence is there, but we don't really see them on cam or like on the episode itself. We know that they're there.
Right, but like I feel like that'd be like they should do that on screen though, because at least like. Oh, remember what's the name of that writer
The one from the shut-in?
No, are you talking about the one who talked about how there was going to be like a tense episode?
Yeah, he made like a tweet where like
Joe Sparrow.
Was that Joe Johnson?
I think it was Joe Sparrow.
Let me see if someone pinned it. Let me just. No one pinned it.
It was basically one of the writers like earlier this year mentioned it, like very earlier this year, like January 6th, saying that like there's like one moment in season 3 where it's like uncomfortably like it's uncomfortable to watch. And I mean, and having to explain what happened to Sasha and Marcy like is like not gonna be an easy thing to do.
Yeah, it's. I'm not looking forward to it. It's just gonna be like it's just gonna be really tense. I don't know. Like I feel like if there's anything that like I don't know. I have like no clue when these two could come in. These
and
two different
we both know the roles Sasha and Marcy played with Anne's time in Amphibia, and like Anne doesn't want to like. Anne probably wouldn't want to mention that because she wants to like be like courteous to their feelings, but like it's hard to avoid.
Yeah, she's like, like I think Matt said, like she compartmentalizes her feelings. Like she has like a lot of emotions about the both of them that she doesn't exactly want to confront just yet.
Adam Colas. Okay.
Yeah.
Adam Colas, yes.
Thank you, Chuck.
Yeah, there's. Thanks, Chuck. So yeah, like. Because like they're obviously gonna force Anne to think about like what happened, right? Like she doesn't want to think about the fact that her two closest, I mean not her two closest, I mean Sprague's closest friend, but like some of her closest friends just betrayed her, just backstabbed her that day. Like that's not what she wants in her thoughts currently. Like I think
like, and that's not something she wants to tell the parents.
Yeah.
Man. Like that's not going to be.
Yeah, she's not going to say that. She's not going to say to Marcy's parents that. Oh, sorry, your daughter just got stabbed.
Yeah, there's. I just feel bad for her. It feels like she's carrying the whole weight of the world on her shoulders right now. And like, I hope she realizes that she's not in it alone. Like she recognizes that she can still like look at her. Yeah, I feel like that's part. I just. What I'm really looking forward to here is just how Amphibia rebuilds that relationship between Anne and her parents. You know, because I feel like that's probably going to be I feel like that's even so. Yeah, there's going to be a lot going on. I feel like that's going to be like the main driving force for this season. Just reconnecting, finding family again. Blah 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 blah. Like I think it's going to be Anne. I think it's going to be both the Boone choice putting faith in this new persona, you know, that Anne has, and just being able to trust him again, as like as actual like parental figures. But I feel like in a way Anne might have like lost that with the fact that she's just been on her own for 6 months with the Plantars herself. Honestly, that's just me like guessing. That's me guessing, but like I just think like that is going to be the driving force for season 3A, rebuilding that relationship between them.
And I feel like the new normal being 22 minutes. Like normally Amphibia is like really good at like pacing this stuff out. So, I mean, just going back to like the Sasha Marcy parents situation again, like I feel like if the show needed to like cover everything they needed to address, like this first episode is probably like where they could do it, and then they could have like the second half could be like some like action set piece.
Yeah. I would not mind. I know some people have been saying it. They're like, "Oh, this is gonna be 44 minutes." I would not mind it being 44 minutes. I would love that. But I'm not sure. Like, would they really do that? Would they really?
I highly doubt that.
Like, I just don't. Yeah.
I think that might be a tad like too. Like,
yeah,
too
that's
much.
like. Yeah, it's like. Yeah, like what would they do 44 minutes? I don't know. Like I don't know what they would do for 44 minutes.
It's like 11 minutes is like too short. 44 is too long, and it's like 22 minutes. It's like it works, but you could do a little bit more. But like if you had 30 minutes, that'd be like perfect.
Actually, Amphibia. I mean, they do like to extend their episodes a little bit, right? I mean, I know
24 minutes. Yeah,
True
Toe Touch
Colors
is
is like
13
24 minutes. Yeah. So yeah, they do know. Okay, so I mean, maybe I think maybe I don't know. A part of me, I don't know. I really do want this.
New normal is 15 minutes. Lol.
15, yeah, Jesus.
JK, it's actually gonna be like 22 or something. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be 22 minutes.
Yeah, I think it'll be at least 20. Maybe let's just say at least 22 minutes because I feel like I could see them just trying to have the episode extended. I mean, can't wait. We're probably going to be getting a ton of hype. Ooh, shit! I even think we're probably getting a promo art for this episode too. Like Matt's gonna, yeah, we're going back to that.
Yeah.
Art. Yes, I forgot about that. Yeah, we're going back to that. Bring that back.
Yes, yeah, we're definitely getting back.
I'm going back to that. It's gonna be fun again.
Promo arts.
Man.
I'm cozy. I'm getting cozy in my chair thinking about it.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I didn't even think. I forgot about all the hype that comes along with it. No, not even just Matt. We're also gonna be getting the crew too. They're gonna be drawing their own interpretations of like the episode. Well, I mean, promo art wise, but yeah, there's just like a lot to look forward to for this season.
Yeah. Oh, I can't wait for this.
I can't wait.
I like, man, it's just like we're only gonna wait like 3 more weeks. Good grief, it's a long.
Man, is there any scene that we didn't mention?
We covered we've covered everything except maybe Anne with the glowing blue fist, but that kind of like goes hand in hand with.
Yeah,
I'm just saying that's an in between form. Like that's. Oh yeah, I mean, I guess I know. A lot of people mention that she moves like a frog, and anytime she transforms, like she just hops. She doesn't exactly fly; she hops. I don't know. I don't have any. Honestly, I don't have any speculation or like powers. Like I'm just staying off that topic until we know more about him.
You're just a messenger.
Yeah. I just have anything to say for that.
The narrow hallway that Yunan and Olivia are like about to like attack in. There's a little bit of sand at the side, so maybe this is like a little bit deeper in the castle.
Ooh, yeah. Like the deeper they go, and like the older it gets. But
like it's as if like dust or sand like found its way through the cracks.
Yeah, let me see. Where's that part in the trailer? Is it
117? I'll just post a screenshot.
17. All right, get that.
And it's a very narrow hallway.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, they're random. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. I can't wait to get some like actual HD quality screenshots for this.
Yeah, I can't wait, man. It's gonna be great.
Oh, Lemur, while you're away from the mic, like I was looking at the that Frobo attacking Anne and like the refrigerator scene, and I was trying to make out the letters on the boxes. It either says like, where's the? I'm looking for the timestamp again. Like Nick and I are thinking maybe it's like a meat locker, but the problem is that like the confusing part is that the disguise that Sprig and Polly have is similar to like the museum shot that we see in the intro.
I mean, I feel like they just wear the exact same outfit whenever they go out. Like, it's not just a one-time costume. It's like every episode that they go out, like they wear the exact same outfit. Like,
right,
I doubt.
Right. Yeah, the thing is that Sprig and Polly had their own separate costumes, but like, this was like the only instance where they had like a shared costume. So it's like they had to like improvise something, or to like get in somewhere.
Maybe. Is there something cold in museums? Like, I just have a hard time thinking about what qualifies to get something on for a museum to get that cold or something. Yeah, a room like that.
Yeah, it might be like a fridge in like a cafeteria or something. Like briefly, I thought it could be from Thai Feud, but and has different costumes. Sprig has different costumes. So like,
True. Maybe, but like, I thought we all agreed that like it takes place in like Ant's Terminator, but I guess not.
Oh, the freezer scene.
oh right, this story.
Yeah, the freezer scene. Yeah, the freezer scene.
I was just trying to read what was on that, because if that box just says like food or like some kind of food, then it's like okay. Oh, maybe Ann's Terminator is like a restaurant, like at the Boon Choi restaurant, and that's like their fridge. I don't know.
That's a big fridge.
That's big.
Like they store their sodas there.
Actually, yeah, even by restaurant standards, that's pretty big fridge. Maybe it's a store.
Yeah, like a butcher or something.
Yeah, butcher shop.
Like, I'm just trying to figure all this stuff out. Like, there's just like this is gonna take a lot of thinking to figure all this stuff out.
I mean, we covered some pretty like interesting details even without the HD.
True.
Like I'm surprised I caught the FBI scene with like with the sack.
Yeah.
But yeah, an HD version would be like a lot more. Oh wait, I'm trying to.
Also, yeah, there's gonna be some new scenes that we're getting. Probably like a cliffhanger.
Yeah, sort of what they did at Frobo in the season 2B trailer.
Yeah, and Marcy as well.
Oh yeah, maybe that's what we're missing from this from this version, like that post trailer scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The post trailer comedic scene.
I don't know.
Okay, this feels like a meat locker, like a fridge, because there's a box that says "Keep Frozen" sale with like a box that says "sale" with a banana on it, and like the background looks like hanging, like they're hanging.
Yeah, they're hanging meat.
Yeah, it's definitely like a meat a meat locker or like something they store like frozen foods.
I'm just thinking, like, why the design change? Like why did they go from the different outfits they had in like say like Avengers and Cat sitting to like trench coats? Like why did Polly and Sprig make the change themselves? And the hop up just looks the exact same. Like it just has like the trench coat, the top hat. Well, not top hat, but like you know what I mean. Like you say, like the fedora. It's fedora, trench coat, and then the glasses. So it's just like,
Okay, in those few frames, Sprig's eyes are moving, so he can probably see what's going on. Like, actually, maybe I'm wrong, because like it seems like for like one frame, Sprig's eyes are like just centered, like his pupils are centered, and then when the boxes start moving, like his eyes move, like to the bottom left. So he might be aware of what's going. They all might be just frozen, but aware of what's going on.
Yeah. Also, I know I think we discussed this earlier, but like, have we talked about Doc Ock yet?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, and their insignificance. Yeah.
We're saying, I think. Wait, were you there when me and Thumb? Yeah, me and Thumb said like, Polly and Sprig, they're branching. Hello, Peter. Yeah, You're saying they're branching out and making friends. We said that Sprig might make friends with that Doc Ock.
Sprig and Doc Ock are gonna be friends. Lol. and that's the extent where we discuss about this scene.
I just wonder it looks like. Yeah, they're. What the hell is? I just want to ask, like, what is going on in this scene? Like, why is this guy fighting? Why are they fighting?
I have a feeling it may not be Sprig, but I don't know. Maybe that's
why does he have the arm, the Frobo arm, and even if that's not the same Frobo arm as like the one that's after the Plantars? Like, it has like some kind of hole in the center.
Yeah, it's different.
That's its palm.
Yeah, the palm is different. Like,
the palm is different from like the normal Frobos. I hope they give us official names, but I'm like, I feel like Like I need names for these guys. Like I'm trying to like just coming up like random things on the spot. But yeah, the palms are definitely different. Let me see. Okay, I'm gonna grab a low quality screenshot. I wish I'm really hoping we get an HD version of the trailer soon because these are blurry.
Maybe maybe next week or this week, probably.
No, hopefully. Yeah, the palms look different. Let's see.
Yeah, it's in between these next 2 weeks.
Yeah, if you just look at the palms, like they're different here. They don't have they don't have a hole in them. They don't look. Yeah, the color's just consistent. Like it's just gray. Yeah, it's just like this sort of blackish gray color all the way through. Then you go up to that. Then you go up to a Doc Ock's arm, and yeah, it's different. So I'm not even sure. Like, I just think it's probably gonna be I think it'll just be a funny episode. That's what I'm predicting. The whole Doc Ock versus Sprig thing. I think it's just gonna be fun.
It's actually the old man in disguise. Lol.
Yeah, it's gonna be a reverse wrecker.
Sure. Yeah.
Like, instead of like Pop being under like the wrecker costume, it's like gonna be the opposite. Where, like this old man, who they think is like Dr. P, just like becomes like dude with this crazy like Frobo arm.
Yeah, shoot.
Well,
Yeah, we still need an answer to that. Yeah, you guys reminded me. We still need an answer to the whole.
oh yeah, right. The old man. The old man doesn't. Yeah. Also,
Yeah,
the old man hasn't appeared in this trailer, which is
Yeah,
interesting.
he's the only one in the season 3 intro that didn't appear in the trailer.
Yeah,
Unless they're saving him for the post scene.
The post scene.
Like he bumps into Hop. Like the post credit scene is just him bumping into Hop. And there's like, what the?
And they just come and ask them where they look.
Yeah, they're like, what the? Maybe so. I don't know, but I think someone pointed out that like Hop dressed up like him, right? Like I think it was like one of the podcasts a while back, but I think like someone mentioned
He looks
that
like Hop. Yeah.
They dressed up to look similar. Yeah. I don't know. I just think this is just an exciting season. I feel like there's just like a lot of things to look forward to here.
Yeah, for sure. Like I think we finally covered everything.
Yeah, I think we covered literally everything. It's like what 45 seconds of new footage.
Yeah, let me see. Yeah, I guess we really are out now.
Like the time it would take to watch all these episodes, like these first 5 episodes, we've discussed them all with this like 40-second clip.
Well, I guess we didn't mention that there is that one scene where I mean, did we? I mean, well, we didn't really, but there is that one scene where like I do like the framing they have there. You know, where like Andrias is talking about something. I think it's probably monologuing, honestly, not hearing. And then it slowly just leans over to a shot of Marcy in her tube. So I'm thinking like, I mean, I was just thinking like that looks pretty neat.
Yeah, choreography in this season is looking to be pretty fire.
Yeah, there are a lot of dynamic shots here. Like we have
there's a lot more
jumping over the Frobo. Yeah,
a lot more angled shots.
Like they're really giving. I mean, this is why they're really proud of this season. Like they really gave it their all this time. Like they're going out of a bang in season 3. And yet again, these are only the first 10 episodes. Like, imagine the second half. Jesus.
It ends with 3 girls and the night just ready to fight.
Yeah.
That's gonna be the ending shot of that trailer, and we're all gonna scream. Yeah, clip that, please.
yeah, just
Yeah, so I think this is a good time to wrap up.
Yeah, I think we covered pretty much everything that we can talk about.
Yeah, pretty much everything that we have here.
And I think we probably don't need to record until the season 3 premiere, unless like, actually, yeah, we'll record again once the synopsis are released.
Well, that could be work. Yeah, we ran on the titles, and then
we didn't go too into depth into them, but I feel like once we get the synopsis, we'll be able to like
Yeah, we would give off her thought.
Yeah,
I'm just fingers crossed that. I feel like Turning Point probably will be a Sasha episode, but I'm not sure about Temple Frogs yet. Honestly, like I feel like we could still be waiting a while more for something from Marcy.
And before people are screaming for it to be a Yunan and Olivia episode, but it turns out to be another it's a Maggie episode.
No.
Nick is dead.
I really hate Maggie. I really hate Maggie.
Mark my words, Temple Frogs is going to be a Maggie episode.
I'm just praying to God. Please don't let her get a cameo. That's all I'm saying. Don't give Maggie a cameo, please.
No, they're gonna give her a cameo. They know how popular she ended up.
Yeah. Dang it.
You just know. You can feel it. You can feel like the incoming sense of dread, where the crew's like the crew see the crew see like Maggie's like weird season 1 popularity, and they're like, yeah, let's just add like one more scene with her showing up for like 1 or 2 seconds.
Yeah,
and that's all they need to do. Just the girls.
And Reddit and 4chan are gonna explode again.
Dude, imagine if they had the balls to put Maggie in with like the human group shot. Like I would have died. They put her there. Oh my god.
Maggie turns out to be a main character.
Oh man.
But yeah, I guess
bullies to friends.
Moist friends.
Bullies to friends. That's gonna be the character arc. That's gonna be the character arc.
Maybe Maggie just ends up being that on that Starverse episode with the biker, the guy on the bike. He just shows up just to laugh at people and then just leaves.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, it's funny. I hope it's like a Scrappy Doo situation where the creator. I feel like if Maggie shows up, I want them to make. I don't know. You know how Scrappy Doo, how like the creators hate
the fourth wall. Oh yeah, they hate him too. Yeah,
they hate Scrappy. So I just hope they do. It is like I don't know. They just give Maggie the Scrappy treatment. I hope they do that.
Hello. Yeah. I think we covered everything.
Yeah. So I don't think we'll need to record again until the synopsis are released, and then after that it'll be season 3.
Yes, ready for season 3. That's the only thing we got left to do. I guess to end off this episode, I guess I can tell my thoughts about this entire week. This entire week. It's really it's so weird, knowing that we're weeks away from season 3's premiere, because we all thought it's gonna be next year, but I'm not complaining. And everything that we've seen from season 3 from this week alone has been incredible. I am very much looking forward to what this season's store for us. I'm looking forward to see how this all ends, and I don't know. I'm just ready to explore this season with the rest of the peeps here. I really am.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's gonna be a really fun time.
Yeah, and I really liked once season 3A wraps up, we'll probably get back to the season 1 recaps. Discussions.
A fresh new perspective.
With hopefully season 2 as well.
Oh yeah, I'm really hoping we get. I'm really hoping.
Hopefully the hiatus is long enough to actually cover the whole of season 2.
Yeah. At least first to get the Marcy at the gates. Please.
Yeah, at least until Marcy at the gates, which is the one episode I would be willing to talk about anyway.
Yeah.
Marcy at the gates would be at March 25th. So I think, assuming the show takes a pretty like a regular like 5 month break, or maybe 4 month break, we can at least get to March. Because when I think about it, like season 2 premiered in July.
July 11, yeah, 7
and
11.
then it ended like early September, and it came back in, was it February or March? I think it was end of February or beginning of March.
Beginning of March
was when 2B came back.
Yeah, 2B was back, and then it ended in May. Well, the first day of May, but then it got pushed back, and then it's now in the late May.
So like, I'm guessing since like Amphibia, like season 3A is like premiering later this year, like we'll get 3B later in the year again. So maybe we'll be able to cover everything.
Hopefully,
like,
hopefully.
We might be able to actually cover everything, like all the episodes by, let's see, May 13th.
Okay.
Because I'm thinking it also depends on like the Owl House, right? Because they like to have these shows air separately, right? Like just so I'm thinking like the Owl House still has like 11 more episodes left for its second season, so like we can. I mean, plus we have the fact there usually is like a gap, but yeah, even then, okay. So maybe.
Like I think for the rest of December, I think Disney Channel's gonna take it easy because like that's the holiday. They didn't want to compete with like everyone doing stuff, and then maybe January is when we see Owl Show return, and then that'll cover the rest of the winter / spring.
Yeah, that'll be like 11 weeks at the Owl House. Then let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4. 9, 10. Okay, so around halfway through March, it would be done with the second season. Then, I mean, usually they make us wait about a month, right? I mean, when in Owl House? No, I think around a month or two. So, Owl House ended in somewhere around August. Amphibia is premiering. So let's just say around 2 months. So, like, yeah. Okay, maybe Amphibia would come back around May-ish, somewhere around there. Yeah.
Well, no, not May. I'm thinking they'll come back in the summer.
Oh, it's okay. Okay,
because
so
because season 3A is ending later in this year, so they might come back later.
Yeah, just before the holiday season. Well,
yeah.
December season, actually. Never mind.
Okay. Okay, I could see that.
Yeah. So that's just our scheduling speculation.
Hopefully we can cover the entirety of season 2 by the time season 3 goes on hiatus.
Fingers crossed.
Ending off on After the Rain is gonna be like, I can't wait till we get to After the Rain after all of this.
Oh my, that's not gonna be a pleasant episode, isn't it?
No. I think it's gonna be a pleasant episode.
Nick is there. Huh? Nick is gonna be there.
What?
So,
Whoa! Let's all calm down.
But I guess that pretty much concludes this week's episode. Say goodbye, everyone.
Bye. See ya. Hey, have a good time. See you guys.
Yeah. See you all for season 3.
All right. See ya.